Check it, check it, check it. Bring that volume down right about chunk. What's up, Miss Jessie Star, Tarsharon Puma, Walking Miracle? There's a few winners from Priscilla's stream right there. And Matthews Ranch in the house. What's up, Matthews Ranch? We got a hype train going. Happy Friday! What's up, everybody? Get it. LCR 949, 63 months. Zach Bonifer, 65 months. What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Hey, there's Savage. Savage, I was thinking about you earlier today. I had a few minutes to start Monarch Season 2 at lunch. I think I made 15 minutes of it before I had to get back to work. But I'm excited about the new season. Such a great show. Kurt Russell, his son. Great cast. And I really like Season 1 of that. How's everybody doing? How's your week going? Ooh, level 3 hype train. Priscilla's in the house. 69 months. Insert joke here. What's up, Khaled? How are you now? Good, and you? Not so bad. We'll have to give away some Sully Bucks. You guys have already got it to a level 3 hype train with 4 minutes left to go. I'm already going to give you 200 Sully Bucks, but we keep going. I'll give you even more. That's a lot of months. I can hear Boston's voice. That's great. How's everybody doing? How's your week? Oh, we need some chat, some closed captions. That is Pixel Chat. I got some stuff working already, but I didn't remember all the stuff. Misty121, what's up, Liz Misty? How are you now? Come on, closed captioning. It's trying to fire it up. Yeah, Misty Tier 2. 69 months. You and Priscilla in that same group. There's a few of you. I think Allie was 68 months when she came in. Miss Jessie Star was 69 months when she came in. Matthew Zaranch was 68 months. Wow. Thank you, guys. That's crazy. That's just nuts. Oh, Savage. There's only one episode out now, so, you know, depending on how you feel about that, like whether you're not like the wait. Who dat? Punked. 61 months. Thank you, Punked. Priscilla said, I'm in panic prep mode for ECCCCCCCC. My friends haven't started prepping, so they aren't panicking yet. Oh, man. I can feel panic start to set in like 2 weeks before I just go to a con. Much less having to sell stuff and have everything you need, or your bags and your monies and you got new product that you got to get there and show. If you guys didn't see Priscilla's stream this week, she showed off some really cool stuff we'll have to look at here on stream. A few items that I'm going to have to pick up while I'm out there at Emerald City Comic Con next weekend. March, what is it? We got a short month here in February. I don't know if y'all know that. March 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Next weekend, if you're in the Seattle area, or if you can get yourself to the Seattle area, come on out. I'll be there on Saturday the 7th. And in a little bit, I got a little SEAPrise for you all. You'll see what I did there. You'll see what I did there. You coming out, Misty? Are you going to be there? Awesome. Con anxieties. Yeah. I mean, you don't want to forget anything, right? And no matter how many times we do this, it's really easy to forget that one thing that'll really jack up your whole week if you're not careful, you know? Anybody else coming out? I know we'll see Allie, we'll see Chewy Hawk, we'll see Priscilla, we'll see Brian Cook Butts on Things, we'll see, Misty just said she's going. I think I said her name. Thank you, Walking Miracle. You'll get it. You'll see. You know Matthew's Ranch, I go back and forth on this one because my gut instinct is to tell everybody you got to get out to Emerald City Comic Con, because when I first started going back in like 2015, 14 or 15 was my first year. I can't remember exactly which. I'd have to go back to the receipts. But I really loved it. I thought the con was very strong, and it still is in a lot of ways. I think the Artist Alley, thanks to a whole row of friends that we have, including Priscilla and Brian Cook and Patrick Ballesteros and many, many more. See, what's up, 926? Not yet. That's not it yet. C.S. Sully, that's funny. But thanks to a strong Artist Alley, that's a great con still, but it's lacking what it once had. Funko used to be a big presence there, but they've had this like weird bipolar relationship with Emerald City Comic Con over the years, where they go some years and then they just don't others. It's in their backyard. Why would you not have something there? Well, this year they do. We saw some of the product this week. I saw a video with my good friend Jax. They did just this past week. Oh, for the Reed Pop booth, I don't know. But for the convention in general, yes, they did. My good friend Jax, who is one of the few people I know that still remains at Funko, and some guy who I guess is on their social team. I don't really know anything about him. They did a video showing off some of the stuff. I know we got a Batman, we got a Superman, we got a Punisher, we got I saw some sort of clear dog. I don't remember what that was from. There's some decent stuff in there. There's a couple anime, or at least one anime pop. There's some cool stuff. So whatever it needs to happen, I'll try to get through. Oh, it was 101 Dalmatians. Good call, Callard. Yeah, happy 30th anniversary to you Pokemon fans. I've been wanting to do this one forever, and finally said, well, this is the time. This is Batman number 1 million. They're celebrating quite the milestone. Batman's something new. Oh man, I was gonna make a joke about Man-Bat, but they've done that too. I'm not a fan of the new social team. I don't even know if you can call it that. They use unprofessional language. Oh, so I saw that. And you know what? I gotta tell you, kudos to them, but also way to slam your head into a brick wall. I don't know if you guys saw this, but the social team at Funko snapped back at a few people about, oh, you want everything, but you also want everything to be exclusive and blah, 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 blah. Snapping back at some fans. Well, that got screenshotted and shared on all of those communities that love to spoil things. They also love to tear down the fandom that they love so much. They shared all that stuff, and then there were some decent conversations from other people about, should they be doing that or not? Oh yeah, they got very sassy. Let me see if I can find. Hold on, I gotta leave Priscilla. I gotta leave your stuff up there because we want to look at that. Let's see if I can find. I definitely am not sharing the response from some of the different communities that love to just trash talk and tear down their favorite company. I saw some screenshots earlier. Let me see if I can find them again. I honestly, having been on the receiving side of the fans, I get it. I understand the desire to want to do it, but you can't. You just can't, because it leads to a bad relationship with the fans, right? Personality is good. It is a thin line. I agree with that comment, very much so. Let's see, Funko... Just Funko doesn't do it. Responsive? Of course, now I'm not going to be able to find it. That's going back to 2018. That's back to 2024. I never saw that tweet before. Somewhere, I'll find it, or if somebody does, send me a... we got the hype train completed. Anybody see where we landed? I think we landed at least 300 points for all. Let's do that. Boom. I don't think they can afford to be sassy with financial situation they've been in. It works for some brands, but I don't think it's a good idea for 37. I don't think we got to the level 37. Nice try, Matthews Ranch. Trying to bamboozle me? You trying to shenanigans me? I agree, Allie. The language was unprofessional. But the fans also need to chill. A lot of people were upset about that art exclusive and the fact that they had a lottery in order to get it, and that the minimum number of points that needed to be used for the lottery went up. So people were like, oh, you want me to use my points for a chance to then give you money to buy a thing? I don't want to waste all my points to get nothing at all. So that's what launched the discussions, if you will. And then when some sassy comments from fans landed, they got sassy back. And I don't know if that's because there's somebody new on the team, or if it's because the people that were on the team maybe don't have the management that they once did, because the former head of social and marketing left a few weeks ago. Left or was told to leave. I don't know which. I don't think she was like canned or anything, but when you have financial difficulties, maybe she was given the option out. Nadu said, and people will just respond back to the Funko staff with, and this is why you're going to go under this year. LOL. It just never ends. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this because it got so big, but you have this huge group of people that absolutely love Funko, and it'll be they'll point out every single flaw to the thing that they love, and then they're going to wonder why it starts to go downhill. And then if actual humans are involved and their emotion gets the best of them, well then, that's clearly you guys don't know what you're doing. This business is doomed to fail. The inmates are running the prison. Very, very likely so. Yeah, I it might have been a month ago at this point. But I believe they're hiring for that position. Which is interesting, but I ran into, when I was at Toy Fair, I ran into Somali, a good friend of mine from the Funko days. I think I told you guys that, and she mentioned a little something about it. So, what they do in Hollywood? Did I miss that? I think I missed that. Was that another in relation to the art thing? Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. The people that say they love it are going to be the worst. Not all of them. We don't do that. But those people that are the worst comments and the worst behavior, they expect an unreal level of customer service, and everything has to go just right. They're never allowed to make any mistakes. Every pop has to be perfect and limited edition, and they have to be able to get it, and then if they want to, flip it for a huge profit. Unrealistic expectations. There was some great Twitter posts by a police department during winter weather a month or so back. Then they posted that they had an HR meeting to attend. maybe Funko need to do the same thing. I get the lottery aspect, trying to get away from the bots. Not happy they're bringing it into the con exclusives, but I get it. Well, yeah, I don't care for the increased pricing of the con exclusives either. But if you want it, there it is, and that helps the company make money, right? For the art pop, they gave wristbands to the empty chair people that lined up days early with zero comms about any process to the general public. Yeah, I saw the chairs, but I didn't realize that happened with the armbands. Again, you can't win. You can't win, because I've seen some other posts where the empty chair people, one person would go sit, and then the empty chair people would eventually show up, and they'd be upset about where that person was in line, and they'd be like, hey, nobody was here. Yeah, but the chairs were there. That whole thing. There should be no chairs, and the signage should still be very clear that no one's allowed to line up before 5 a.m. on the day of. Nothing 2 and 3 days before. The city should just come through and clean all those chairs off. Just come in and put them in a dumpster. If you post and you make it clear and you actually enforce it, then you do. But there's always that argument too, and I've actually been a part of one of those lines before, once, way back when. You told me not to line up. We didn't line up there. We lined up over there, and then when it was time, we came in. Yeah, right, Linder? I joke that ghost chairs should be donated to homeless. There you go. That's even better use for them, Priscilla. Absolutely. Yeah, I think you got to put your foot down and draw a clear line in the sand. And even that, you're going to take a lot of flack for that too, but at least you've then said, here are the rules, try to break them, and you're going to lose a chair. So you better use the crappiest chair you got, because it ain't going to be there. Boba James! Everyone's always saying they'll do something, but no one will ever do anything. But yeah, but even back when we had like a proper security staff and people who would, get in somebody's face and say, no, you cannot do this. We dealt with a lot of backlash and angry people and almost fights, and this is why you can't have nice things. It's a shame. It's a real shame. I wish Funko all the best. I really do. I want them to succeed because of what I've collected and been a part of over the years. It would really break my heart if they did end up having to shut it all down. I don't think it'll ever come to that. I've said that a million times. I think if it gets really bad, they'll simply sell the company and then we'll all be buying from Fanatics. I still think that's the case. I think we're really, really close to that. What's up, Buzz King? Happy Friday. I don't have anything to share on the matter that I know that anybody else doesn't. I'm not going to say anything that would be like, you know, a headline in a newspaper as a quote. I got nothing other than my opinion, but I do want them to succeed, and I want the people I still know there to continue to rock and enjoy their jobs. I hate finding out more people are let go from the company. I still see it regularly. People looking for jobs on LinkedIn that I see because I used to work there, and now I'm getting, oh, hey, you knew this person. And that is companies and fans with line shares or the such, and it's facts. I see what you did with the Next Nerds Unite logo, 30th anniversary. Yeah, there it is right there. I had fun designing that one. It was a little tougher than you'd think. There was a font out there for Pokemans, but I had to hand draw a lot of aspects of it. No, I don't think it'd be Paramount. I've been saying this and you could go back if you could find recordings of my early streams. I've been saying this pretty much the entire time I've been streaming, or at least maybe a year in. And I think it comes down to two companies, either Disney or Fanatics. And given the valuation of Fanatics, which is $29 billion, I think is what I last read. And the fact that they're getting so ingrained with Funko already, they've already been selling pops. They've been selling signed pops. They've got like the LA World Series champs box sets. They've got the Seattle Seahawks box sets. And then now Topps, which is owned by Fanatics, and Funko are working together closely to get those Bitty Pops into certain boxes of product, as well as cards that have Bitty Pops on there. I think we talked about that last Friday. I've actually ordered one of those boxes and it's on the way, so I'll be opening that soon. If anybody wants to get one, let's look that up. Funko Topps. Let's look at the positive side of things. This you can get online, you can order it, and have a chance at the product right now. Here is an image of what some of the cards look like. I think it's fun. I really like to see this. I think, this came up because we were talking about Funko making more cards. So this is in Topps, and it's actually not that product you see there that you can get these cards in, which is interesting. But you can, if you order what do they call this box set? This thing, a super box. Best Buy has it for $29.99 with free shipping. If you're interested, I just ordered mine 2 days ago, and it'll be here by Wednesday, I believe. It really does, Buzz. I hate to see it because I was thinking about this, and I think about it far too much still. The incredible amount of talent that has walked through the doors at Funko and has been artists and salespeople and social media team people and retail, just incredible amount of talent that I won't say has been wasted, but has been discarded over time is unfortunate. And again, I don't want to speak ill of Funko. I think they were just a victim of their own success and time. That's all it is. They were Upper Deck lender. That is correct. Those ones that had the Captain America redeemable pop. But that was like Funko. It's probably Upper Deck reaching out to Funko, but Funko very much wanting to utilize some of their assets to make some cards and additional money. This seems more like a Fanatics/Topps thing where they were like, hey, we want to bump up this super box thing. We got our eyes, this is my opinion, we got our eyes on this company. We want to see how this might help bump our sales. Let's do this. So in this box, in the little corner right there, where you see the little, can you see my mouse on? You can't see my mouse on screen. But you see the little silhouette of the Bitty Pop in the bottom right-hand corner. The Bitty Pop is actually behind that. I actually watched an unboxing that Top Pops did I just watched it today, but he may have done it a couple days ago. I'm anxious to get it in. I think it comes with 10 packs, 1 mega pack, 1 pack of 4 or 5 foil cards or special cards, and the Biddy Pop, all for $29. That's not bad. Not given today's card prices or pack prices. Yes, Zach Bonifer, Best Buy, $29.99 free shipping. I just ordered it. They had them in stock as of 2-3 days ago. Chuck said I got mine at Target. It was the only one they had. Oh, so if you're lucky enough to find them in store, I'm sure that price tag was $29.99 there as well. Yeah, it's not bad, Buzz King. If you look at most sports cards, if you buy a blaster box at retail, one of these, which more info on this in a minute. If you buy a blaster box like this, it comes with, how many packs are in here? 6? 6 packs containing 12 cards each. This is retail $25. 6 packs. That super box comes with 10 packs, plus the oversized card, plus the special cards in that extra pack in their 5 special like hollow sparkly cards, and then the Biddy Pop. So it's a really good value. It's an awkward box, but you know, you open it up and it's not so awkward anymore. Chuck said I got the Mike Trout Biddy Pop. I hadn't bought cards in decades and had fun. I saw your tweet about getting cards. I didn't realize that was the box you got. Tech said those Funko Pop Tops cards are special insert in the series. Yes, not all the cards. Yes, correct. So I'll just go ahead and jump to this. This is not the SEAPrise. This is something else. I have had this bug for years in collecting cards. You guys have been here when I've opened some different boxes. I most recently opened the Allen and Ginter. And I really, now that I have a little extra money, I'm not going crazy, but I've seen these multiple accounts, and I love when they do this. I can't not watch these videos. Cutie back, tier 1, 66 months. I can't not watch these videos where they put up at the top of the screen, like on Instagram stories or Reels or on TikTok. Here's how much I spent on this box. It'll show up and it'll say $25. And then they open it, and if they pull a card that has any kind of value, it'll show it on the screen like $4. And then that brings down their $25 to $21. Right? So they basically are showing, hey, what's up, Kiwi Loves Pizza? It basically then tells you what, hey, did I make money on this box? Did I break even? How'd I do? I love those videos, and I've been wanting to do some for a while, so I am going to work on that. In fact, this weekend, starting tomorrow morning, Kelly's out of town for a couple days. That's going to give me a chance to get things set up and record some videos. I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible. Just a voiceover, cards in front. I'm going to go through them. I bought this last Saturday. I bought this Topps Series 1 box, which is normally retail $25. At the local hobby shop, they were on sale for $20, which is not bad for 6 packs and the chance to pull some awesome stuff. I also got these awesome eggs. They have these at retail. You might be able to find them at Target as well, but I got these at my local hobby shop. They were $15 each, and they come with what's known as a fat pack inside. It's got like 30 or 40 cards in total. Oh, Buzz King, I got all kinds of info to share that I've known for 30 years. It just of the Space Jam cards, but there is a chance, and I know it's a slim one, but it's all about the lottery that is opening packs and blind boxes, right? There's a chance at Michael Jordan rare cards and Michael Jordan autograph cards. Now, there's probably like 10 autograph cards in the whole world. I'm not going to pull one out of this box, but if I did, very, very, very valuable. This is the beginning. I want to do this as a regular series. I would love to, on the weekends, hit my local hobby shop, lay down 20, 30, 40 bucks, whatever, grab a box. And then if I get anything good that I don't want to keep, sell it, and then just introduce that money back into it and maybe keep this thing going for a while. I just love watching the unpackings. I love learning about, like I used to be a diehard baseball fan. I know Kiwi Loves Pizza said not a baseball fan, but man, you can get into football, you can get into basketball, hockey, and golf are really growing fast. The WNBA is growing fast. There's a lot of opportunity in sports cards, but it's gambling. Don't. It is a gamble. Don't take it any other way. And so you can't get addicted to it. There is support groups for people who get into it too much. So be careful. I did. Love, I actually got, thanks to Tech, who's in the chat. He hooked me up with a few of these, and I've been looking at more on eBay here lately, but he picked me up. This is the standard main card, the common of Sully, which just happens to be card number 5, and my favorite number in the world is 5 out of the hundreds of cards in there. He also picked me up this awesome yellow mini diamond. I'm learning the terminology. Yellow mini diamond, and there are, if you want to do the rainbow on these, check this out. I created a checklist for this, which is the whole reason I got into this whole conversation, was to talk about the incredible amount of variants that there are. Check this out. So on this card alone, this is the base card, right? There are 1 refractor. I don't have that one yet, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 variants of that card. I've already got the teal refractor to $2.99 on the way. I've got the aqua or blue on the way, and I've got searches running to find. There's an orange just came up, which is numbered to 25. That they want like $300 for that. And if I ever found a red superfractor or a red refractor or a superfractor, I would probably have to spend thousands. I won't, but I might trade for it or something. So I'm gonna be chasing the rainbow, as they call it, on these to try to get all the variants. Do I have the auto? No. There is a John Goodman. There's a Sully auto that's like the character auto. There's a John Goodman auto on card that is a facsimile, and then there's an actual John Goodman real autograph on card, or it might be a sticker that was then put on the card. Those go for $300-400. I'll keep an eye on them, but I'm not gonna go nuts. The long-term value in something like this is there's only value there if somebody else really, really wants it, and I don't think that the value in that, a Sully, would be anywhere near what a Michael Jordan autograph or a Shohei Ohtani or there's so many other really great athletes, especially Michael Jordan's, Kobe Bryant's, any of those. There's so many of those that I think you would have to put your money into first and do the smart thing. Right now, I wouldn't try to complete the whole set. I'm not even stupid enough to think I can complete this rainbow, but I may be able to get a bunch of them over time. I've been watching, as I always tell y'all, buy it now or for sellers, auctions are for buyers. I'm watching the auctions. I'm going into them. If the auction gets out of hand, I back out and walk away from it. The only way I'm going to go nuts is if it's like a number 5 out of 99 or a 5 out of 28. Then I may run the bid up a little bit. But I ain't going to put all my money into it. I'm not going to be silly. I'd rather put my money in the stock market and then have it for retirement. That rainbow checklist is intense. Beat my Kakawao Marvin the Martian rainbow. Oh, yeah, that was cool. For Curator, what's up? 46 months. Thank you. So this all being said, there was something I wanted to show you guys. I think this came because of Tech's comment. Let me see if I can find this again. This is insane. I was on Reddit. Actually, I wasn't on Reddit. I ended up on Reddit searching checklists and variants of cards, because back in the day you got a checklist in the box. Like in the 80s, I saw Linder said she had a bunch of 80 cards. So did I. Unfortunately, most of those are completely worthless these days, or worth just a handful of dollars. They overproduced them. They didn't have a lot of, or any at that time, insert cards, autograph, game-worn jersey, none of that stuff. That was introduced in the 90s and 2000s, and that's what made this such a big deal, like Pokemon with the variant cards. But when you buy a box of cards, there is no checklist, and there's not even anywhere on here that tells you, oh, there's all these different kinds of cards that you could try to collect in here and the odds of pulling them. So they are posted somewhere, and this Redditor, this guy, found all the information and compiled it. This is just 2026 Top Series 1. He figured out all the different versions of cards that you could buy. A hobby box, which if you guys don't know, you literally can only buy those at a local hobby store, like a baseball card store, comic book shop, something like that. The odds of pulling valuable, low number insert cards are usually higher in a hobby box than they are at a retail box that you would get at like a Target, or God forbid if you shopped at Walmart. Then there's jumbo boxes, hanger boxes. Fanatics value boxes, fat packs, floor displays, mega boxes, super boxes, tins, value boxes, and you could just buy some individual packs somewhere. But in order to even go in, and I started this research last year with the 2025 Heritage. I don't even know what I'm looking at. It was so complicated. Then, God forbid, you want to know all of the different variants. Look at this. Starting here, it says print runs. I'll zoom in a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Starting here, unnumbered parallels. You could get the silver crackle, the diamante, the pink diamante, the hollow foil, the rainbow foil, the aqua rainbow foil, and so on and so on and so on. And it tells you how many of each card there are here. Not all cards are numbered on there, but a lot are, especially if you get down to something that's 599 or 999. It probably has an actual number on the card, so you know what it is. But look at this list. Unnumbered inserts, unnumbered autos, unnumbered relics. And that's, take the number of cards in the whole set times most of this. So if there's a Shohei Ohtani, and there is several Shohei Ohtanis in that whole set, there's actually like 100 different Shohei Ohtanis. It is unreal and unmanageable, and only those guys, the card breakers that work for shops and like kids who have all the time in the world to focus on it, because 12-year-old me would have been able to tell you, I would have opened it up and gone, oh dude, that is an unnumbered, I gotta look at the list. Diamante pink. I would have known that. I would have known that right off the bat. I won't know that now. I'll have to refer to the list or whatever. Linder said, if anybody here lives in or around Riverside County in California, Frank & Sons will probably have lots of these top cards. Yes, Frank & Sons is, I've been wanting to go, and one day I will. That place is really cool. It's like a super flea market for collectors. I've seen some great videos. If you want to see what it looks like, look it up on YouTube. I've seen a number of famous collectors and famous people go to Frank & Sons, as well as people that we know in our collector community, like Top Pops. I think, has he been there? I don't know if he's been there or not, but Tech said, crazy. I found my old sports book, Price Good book from late 90s. Crazy. We had to look up cards in a book one by one to find the value. We've progressed so much. Oh, it's insane. I have over here, I can't get to them quickly, but I found my old binders, and I collected in the 80s into the early 90s. And so I collected like Nolan Ryan, Roger Clemens, Don Mattingly, Mark McGuire, Will Clark, Darryl Strawberry, Mike Piazza. I have a few basketball cards. I just found a few Jordans I have, not terribly valuable. I found a couple Shaqs I had. Crazy, I missed the Kobe era entirely, and those are some of the most incredibly valuable cards on the planet. I've been debating what to do with these for a while. Back when I was working in Houston, I had a chance to go to a couple card shows, and I really was out of it at the time, but I wanted to go and check it out. I have a couple boxes of this 2012-2013 Panini Threads with game-worn jerseys and inserts in here. I picked up 2 boxes, and I paid $20 a box. The same box nowadays, I guarantee retail would be $50 or more. For something like this, because this was like a higher end product for Panini. I've got these listed for 200 and something a piece, but I've had them listed for over a year, and so I may just open these on my channel as well. But I couldn't believe when I saw that price tag on the end. $20 I paid for this blaster box way back in the day, and there's some really good cards in there, including some Kobe's, possibly. There's also the possibility I open up, it's worth $7 in commons, but you don't know. Oh yeah, I've looked it up, Red Ranger. There's definitely some great stuff possible in there. But I hoped, especially when I was working for myself before this job with Blockies, I put them up for sale because I was like, I would take the money over the chance. Now, maybe the chance over the money. Does it seem that all the color variations and serial numbering is creating a fake scarcity? I mean, it's not fake. It is indeed scarce because a lot of those are numbered, especially when you get down to certain cards. Going back to this list again, like 900 each, 900 each, 900 each, 70 of each, 250 of each, 90 of each. It's not fake scarcity, but it might be overhyped. It might be, the values are certainly higher than they should be, and what people are paying for boxes, what Fanatics is charging for them now. This was not Fanatics. This is Fanatics. What they're doing to the hobby is eventually going to lead to a bubble. And it's going to pop. And I honestly thought when we got into COVID, I saw sports card prices start to shoot up, just like Funko prices did, because so many of us were just trapped at home with nothing else to do. Hey, what's up, Sith or Jedi? How you doing? And we wanted to get into the boxes that we have been putting off forever. We wanted to reorganize our shelves. We wanted to spend some of that government money that people were getting to stay home, spend it on some stuff that brought us joy. You know, maybe we got to work from home and we saved money on gas and food and clothing, cleaning, dry cleaning, all that kind of stuff. I didn't have that because unfortunately laid off by the company I loved. But you know, a lot of us spent a lot of money on that. Are Funko prices going back up? It depends on what you're looking at. Some are, absolutely. Some are not. The same rules still apply that have always applied. If it's low print run, hard to get, and it's a good IP or license, there's value in it. As long as people are collecting. Don't listen to people, oh, Funko's dead. It's the next Beanie Babies. Get out of here with that crap. Go on eBay, spend 5 minutes, you'll see there's value. You're not going to pick something up off the shelf at Target and it's going to be worth a ton of money. That's just not how it works. You got to go to the cons. You got to spend the money to get there, get lucky to get in the booth or have some way in and get the stuff. You got to have collected in 2012, 2013 to all the way up to like 2018. If you were collecting then, you've got the gold. It's just like in baseball cards, you definitely didn't want to be collecting in the 80s, which is what I did. All that stuff, it turns out they made millions of every card. So too much supply, not enough demand anymore. Prices plummeted. That's how it goes. Love said, well, I lost value on a $2,500 pop to $1,200, but do I care? No, I like the pop. And that may just be a temporary thing. Love, I don't know which one it is, but you could be holding a Star Wars pop and that character could get featured in a movie and all of a sudden it shoots back up. You could be holding a Marvel pop and a new comic book comes out and they put them in the MCU and all of a sudden the price jumps up. Tomorrow is always going to be a new day if you're lucky enough to wake up, and it could all change. Thank you for that sub, Sith or Jedi. How are you, bud? Tech said I got my NFT pop replacement box from Drop from my magician's assistant. They are so great about helping. I saw your tweet, and man, I'm with you. I wish the NFTs were still a thing. I do have a couple boxes to open today could be Toy Story. I think it's Toy Story. Which I'm excited about. But man, I miss it. I realized the other day I hadn't logged into Drop in like over a month, and I'm like, dang. Linder said Grails aren't necessarily going to be highly priced. It just depends on what Sully's. I mean, I know you that as a joke, but I've been in this for so long. When I'm out and about and I'm looking at new products or I'm shopping and I see something, I can look at it and get a pretty good feel for whether or not it's going to have value one day. Now, I wish I had had this skill 30 years ago when Pokemon came out. I'd have been all over it. And collecting goes in waves. If something gets super popular and then the fans destroy it like they're trying to do with Funko, and then it's going to go down, and then you know what? It could get bought by another company and they could right the ship and it could go way back up. Or 3D printing could get so good and fakes could get so good it destroys the whole hobby. Don't really know. One of the rabbit holes I've been down lately is the changes that AI will have on our lives in the next 10, 20, 30 years. And I think one thing is true, and that is regardless of how expensive life gets, how many jobs are replaced by AI, how the world changes, and it could be for the better. Don't let it all be doom and gloom. There is a light at the end of the tunnel where we can get to that like Star Trek life where everybody has a job but not worried about money because you have everything you need. It's probably not going to go there, but it could. But anyway, I think one thing is true in that there will always be collectors. There will always be people. Look at Star Trek. In the captain's office, they always had some cool collectibles. You know, were they baseball cards or pops? Maybe not. But people like collectibles, so I think it just goes in waves, and we'll see where the future holds. If it's a Spider-Man movie one limited Japan, I have that. I have that, love. I have both the Japan version and the Gemini glow-in-the-dark version of that one. I had two. I sold one. I did not get $2,500. Not even close, but I got notice that my April Fool's NFT, I got that email too, Keller. What's your open on the Wonka 2-pack sale on, my opinion? It's not going to get $1 million. It's not worth the $200 and something thousand that was paid for it a few years ago. It's very interesting that one got to as high as it did. It is limited to 10 pieces. It's golden. It's not actually gold. If you want something that should be more valuable, years ago, Funko, and nobody ever talks about it. I have a friend that had one. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all, love. I knew it was not doing as well as they had hoped. And that's not an indication of all of Funko. That $200 and something thousand one was a fluke. That was really weird. And that was one person to another in person. That kind of stuff can happen to inflate the market. Where was I going? Oh, if you want to see true rarity that should be worth a lot more, years ago, Funko made 10, I believe it was 10 silver Stan Lees and 10 gold Stan Lees. And they weren't just gold painted, they were like gold. Not solid, but like plated, I guess. I have a friend who has one. No one ever talks about it. They never change hands. He has his in a safety deposit box somewhere. That is something that should truly valuable, especially if Stan Lee signed it. What's the deal with the 2-pack that's gold from Fun Days? It was Willy Wonka and an Oompa Loompa, right? I mean, like, that's not exactly the kind of thing that moves the needle. I would think a Superman LE24 could be as valuable or close to as that. Those don't change hands much anymore either. Randy C said NFT block seems to be having issues. The whole blockchain has really struggled there because of the value of things not being there and the lack of people buying things on the market and selling things. I think everybody's kind of backed off, like all the companies. Atomic Hub changed hands for the second time, and for the last couple weeks, if you wanted to go to Atomic Hub, this is what you're looking at. But Consumer Break did a great interview with the guy who's running it right now, and he has some grand plans, including not selling the platform, but going out and bringing back brands again, which is what I've always said needed to happen. Top still needed to be there. Funko still needed to be there. Godzilla needed to be there. Garbage Pail Kids. There's so many licenses that were there and they all backed off. They just didn't do it right. There's a chance. There's still a chance. I think when it comes to NFTs, we're at a low. We're at a very low right now. I'm not personally giving up, and I'm using opportunities to fill in some holes and have some fun still. But it's nothing like the heyday when Funko first hit the market with those turtles, and that was so much fun. And the Topps cards. And someone tried to sell that Wonka 2-pack with the golden ticket on. Yeah, Miss Jessie Star. They tried to. I think it's the same one. And then the guy went to gold and tried to get it up to $1 million. It's unfortunate because it's going to reflect on all of Funko collectors. But that was the wrong one to try to hype. I have a one-of-one Funko art from original artists that's worth a lot? ? If it's one of those Upper Deck sketch cards that was produced and put in the packs, yes, could be worth a lot. If it's a one-of-one piece of art, like you got at a con, where you told them, hey, please draw this, that's not going to be worth a fortune. It'll have more sentimental value to you because it's not like authenticated and it didn't go through a system like the Upper Deck cards. Hey, happy birthday, Miss Jessie Star. Is that a highlight of my message? Gotcha. Okay. God, I hope Atomic Hub gets better. It used to be my favorite marketplace. It still is mine right before it went down, of course. I agree. I really hope it was a great interview with the guy who's doing it. Right now, he's coding it completely himself. He has plans to make it faster, more efficient, to get it back to where it was without losing any of the data for like people like me who had badges and had been creating on the platform. And then he wants to bring on a team and he wants to get out there and sell and get people active on the platform again. He wants to bring in new tools for those of us who are creators. Like, one of the things that holds me back from doing, say, packs and blends and stuff like that is just the sheer amount of time that it takes to create. If I could just art and then go to the system and say, hey, take these 10 cards, here's the rarity on them, mix them up, mint them, put them in packs, and put it up for sale, I'd be doing that regularly. But it's too difficult. It takes me a day, like 7 or 8 hours, to build packs in such a way that it's fun for people to open them after all the art. So you're talking a full week of work to get all that stuff set up. Walking Miracle says, I hope Atomic Hub comes back with the features that we had gotten used to and that the navigation doesn't change drastically. The guy said in his interview, and I recommend you guys go to Consumer Break's Twitter and go listen to the spaces if you want the full thing, or maybe there's a synopsis that Consumer Break did, some sort of breakdown. But he said his first plan is not to come in and make drastic changes to the platform, but to get the platform back up and running and then poll the community to see what we wanted before he starts making changes. The guy's got his head screwed on straight. That's the way you do it. That's smart. And I think it'll benefit him in the long run. What we don't know is, can NFTs on the Wax blockchain be saved? He also mentioned that he's going to be going after the gaming, and I've always said the gaming was a really good opportunity. If it was linked to a game on an Xbox, let's say Fortnite, I know that's the dream, probably won't happen, but you can go in and buy your, say, a Dr. Doom skin that's limited, or you earn it while playing the game, and then you could take that and put it on the platform and sell it. Or you could buy the ones you missed, and those could plug into the game. Could be huge money. There's a few games that have tried it. They haven't gotten the notoriety that was necessary. Imagine if the Funko game. Well, yeah, and Steve, that's totally fair that some of them do. They don't even have to know that it's called an NFT. They don't even have to know that it's something they can do. They can still enjoy their game, they can play, and it will never harm them. If they think it'll harm them, that's just their own, I'm going to say ignorance, because it is. They just don't understand how it all works. They don't have to participate in that secondary market if they don't want to. It's not something that needs to be pushed down their throat. They can just still enjoy their game. Fortnite technically has a wallet, and your skins are in that wallet. And I'd be willing to bet those could be put on the blockchain, and that we could have. Counter-Strike had essentially digital collectibles years ago, and some were going for big bucks. It's just that the acronym NFT has got a real bad rap from a lot of people who heard bad information. I've been saying this for 6 years, 5 years. They heard it uses a lot of energy. Wax blockchain doesn't do that. They heard it costs a ton of money. Wax blockchain you can get in cheap. It doesn't need to be like that. It's just we've been you know, the news and the headlines and the hatred of people who aren't willing to put in the time brought it all down. But it's not done. It's definitely not done. It's just in a lull right now. Right? Callard's got every skin ever made in Fortnite. He would be a wealthy man. Love said, I find it funny when everyone hated on NFT, but they go and spend hundreds on Fortnite skins. Same thing. Well, Love, you're absolutely right, except they're not the same thing. You can absolutely get no money for your Fortnite skins. You can't get anything for it. With NFTs, at least you could. So it's actually worse. The whole thing, we could go on for hours, and I have. I've spent countless hours, hundreds if not thousands, talking about how NFTs are great and not horrible, and that if people will just give them a chance, they can get in and enjoy it. But instead, they want to put up this barrier because they heard from somebody else how bad it was, and it's the devil. Like, okay, sure. You'll get banned if you sell your Fortnite account. Yeah, I've heard that. So again, you can't get anything for it. Fortnite has made the decision, Epic Games, that they don't want to have a secondary market because they fear that it could deteriorate their game, their brand, whatever. They also have licensing agreements with Marvel and all these other licenses, Disney, Marvel, that specifically have told them you cannot do that. We did not give you the license to go out and allow people to sell the stuff on a secondary market because they're afraid it might deteriorate their brand. They're in NFTs, but they don't call them NFTs. If you want to get those digital pin collectibles in Pinnacle, you can go do it all day. Disney's still playing the NFT game. They just refuse to use the acronym. Okay, we went off on a whole tangent. You guys know I could talk about it for hours and hours and hours. If you hear somebody that says, I hate NFTs, get them to give you 2 minutes on why they hate NFTs. And if they could bring up anything about power usage or the blockchain being difficult or any of that stuff, just kick them in the privates and walk away, because they don't understand life. You ever seen the Golden Underwear Award that was given to Fun Days 2004? I managed to get one from an old school fanatic. The gold underwear. I was joking, JFDR. I would not ever actually tell anybody to do that. Maybe you haven't been around long enough on the stream. I was just being facetious. But if you do have somebody that's just adamantly against NFTs, but they can't tell you why, you cut them out of your life. I have no idea what the Funko Golden Underwear Award was. I mean, I've been to every Fun Days since 2013 or 14, sans the Hollywood one. I did not go to that one because that wasn't real Fun Days to me. I don't know. That was before my time. What was one thing you miss about Funko, even if it's just the food or the people? I can't think of any food associated with Funko that I loved. In fact, I can think of a whole bunch of foods I didn't love from the Funko days, like the can of corn or the God forbid we bring up the Fun Days sandwich, which I ate. Exactly, Booze Boy. I couldn't think of anything else, so I said in the privates. In the bathing suit area, if you prefer. What I miss about Funko, the people. I miss my coworkers, everybody on the Funcast were some of the most wonderful people ever that I've had in my life as friends and family. I miss that terribly. I miss getting to go to the cons and meet all the fans and talk to them, and I just miss that community before. And there was some toxicity back then too, but we kind of attacked it head on. I think it's gotten way worse over the last few years, but I think that is by virtue of no connection with the fans anymore. Brian Mariotti's gone. Mike Becker is gone. The Funcast is gone. And the people that are on the social team there now, I don't know them. I'm sure they're doing a great job with what they've been given, the bandwidth they've been given, the budget, which is probably zero. But there's no connection to the fans anymore. They've lost that. And therefore, the fans that are still in it, who are just in it about getting the limited edition stuff and flipping, and it's all about me and I don't care about the community, have taken over. How did somebody put it earlier? The inmates running the asylum. That's kind of happened with the fandom as well. Somebody asked if I'm going to the Balboa Theater for the Rocky Moto party during San Diego Comic-Con. I did not buy tickets. I might still. I don't know if they're sold out or what is even the option on it. I saw it and I think it's great. It's a great move for Rocky Moto. I went to the party last year. I wanted to support Mike. If I get the opportunity, I'll go this year. But my plans for San Diego Comic-Con are a little bit in flux right now. I'll be going 100%. I'm definitely going. But I'm still trying to figure out what's going on there. I will try for Fun Days tickets if they go on sale. That is a gamble I'd be willing to take. But no, I'll definitely go for Fun Days if I can get a ticket. It would take just pure luck again, but I'll try. I need a shirt that says I didn't survive Fun Days. Yeah, that could be fun. The heart is gone. Absolutely, Linder. The heart, though, came from the people at Funko that were willing to connect with the fans and truly loved it. Like, I truly loved it. I loved it before I got there. I loved it when I was there. And the fans who wanted to connect with Funko couldn't find anything to connect with. It was gone. And therefore, again, inmates asylum, that whole thing. So does this mean you aren't going to... No, I answered that right. You asked it right before I answered, I think. I need a shirt that says I didn't survive. Oh, I got that. I think all three, Rocky Moto, Fun Days, and Thrill Joy, are on Saturday. I doubt that, but I didn't really research it a lot. I think they used to try to not step on each other's toes, so I'd be willing to bet that they tried to schedule it on different nights. Louis Conundrum says, staying downtown over the weekend for ECCCCCCCC. Got an email from the hotel offering upgrades for my stay. A high floor water view, 1,200 square foot for only an extra $1,500 per night. Only. Oh, man. They hate NFTs, don't they? Did you ever see the Proto Room? I hear it was legendary. There was not a Proto Room. That's another thing made up by the fans. We had a prize room, and in there were some protos. But the protos, for the most part, were locked behind a cage in a certain area that was only accessible by a handful of people. It wasn't like there was this mythical room where they were all laid out on shelves and you could go in and go to the Marvel section and marvel at the protos. They were wrapped in bubble wrap and tossed in boxes, and only a handful of people ever allowed to go through them. I was not even one of them. Right, Savage? I still have she said the thrill of Funko is gone for me. An interesting choice of words, thrill. I still love the NFTs. I'd love to, I'm pointing over there where they're at. I'd love to complete my collection of NFTs and pick up some of those grails and stuff I missed. I don't think I ever will, but I'd love to. I'm going to get every Sully that Funko ever makes, period. I'll still chase all those. I'll still go after certain things. If I'm at a con and I can get into the booth, or I can try to get in the booth, I will. JL, did you just watch, what's the name of that movie with Momoa and Drax? Did you just watch that? That'll explain to you what a helicopter show is. You think Rockimoto and Funko are on the same day, said Chuck. That's crazy to me. But again, Mike Becker left, and as far as everybody was concerned, because he's Rockimoto now, Funko had already stated that Fun Days was not going to be, or that they were not really going to do it at SDCC. At least that seemed like the plan. So he probably planned his party, and then Funko was like, let's bring it back. Let's do the thing for the fans. And then they picked the same night. Not cool. Not cool at all. I miss the good old days when sleeping on the floor for a pop was 10. I miss the, if you went to a show, that was how you got an exclusive. Wrecking Crew. Thank you, Miss Jessie Star. Great movie. I miss the true exclusivity of exclusives. The 2012, 13, 14, 15. That's when it started to change around then. And it got to the point where having the shared exclusives was a cool idea, but they never executed it properly, in my humble opinion. If I were in charge then, I would have said, hey, the shared one should be in a regular box with the shared sticker, and it should be like, let's get the character Sully. It should be a regular painted Sully. The show exclusive should have a special box, special sticker, and it should be flocked. Or the show exclusive should have special box, special sticker, and metallic, or glow in the dark, or something that makes it significantly different from the one that's the shared. If they had done that, this whole conversation for years would have been different, and the value on those show ones would be way more than the double, which is kind of the average for most of them. Story/rumor is Funko booked the same venue that Rockimoto wanted for that Friday, hence why they are at the theater. I mean, unless I heard it from Mike, I don't know if I would believe that, but it's possible. Yeah, common sense is out the window. I don't even think that was a common sense thing. It was when they first started shared exclusives, they were like, how do we get this in the hands of fans who want it? And putting a different sticker on it is enough of a change where people would want the booth sticker. And in a way, that's true. But people make fake stickers and people lie about what they have. And hey, JJ, thank you for the follow. Is it JJ or JL? JJ, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Oh, no, we don't allow that language here, though, JJ. I know it sounds funny. Try to keep it family friendly. It's different than what other people do it on Twitch. I want people to be able to come in, have a good time, express their opinions. No hatred or anger towards each other. Don't allow curse words. You can curse all you want at home or with your friends. That's cool. Just not in the chat, so I don't allow it. So y'all going to clone yourselves for that day, Cincinnati, to people trying to go to both parties? Is there anything from your days at Funko that they made you sign an NDA? Yes. When I first started, I had to sign a non-disclosure agreement, not a non-compete. Never signed that, but no non-disclosure. Did have a non-disclosure, and I wouldn't have broken that anyway. We did by accident a number of times because just by virtue of being in meetings and seeing all the product that's coming every once in a while, and sometimes people didn't even catch it, we'd accidentally say something, but never did it on purpose. I wouldn't do that to my current employer either. These people that go and share information, leaked information, are the bane of my existence. If it's something has not been shared by the company or a partner in that pursuit, in that business, it should not be talked about, shared, shown, anything. If somebody comes to you and says, hey, check out this leak, go, I don't need to see it. I'm going to wait till Funko announces it. Most people will not fight it. Most people would, oh, show me the thing. I've got to be the first to see it. What does that do for you? Absolutely zero. What does it do for the company? It diminishes their social return, their following, can lose licenses for them. There's 100 reasons not to. And folks that follow some of those accounts will fight me all day on it. But it's just unnecessary. Linder, yes, I absolutely have values I like to stand by, for sure. Walking Miracle, we're absolutely going to get there. What is, oh man, is this the unofficial blog? Yeah, not a fan. It's on Friday, 24th, at the grassy area near Petco Stadium. Grassy area near Petco. What does that even mean? Oh, it's where MTV had that concert series, and Linkin Park played that year. So if you're at the, I think it's the Omni Hotel on your right, the Convention Center on your right, gas lamp to the left and behind, you're going to the stadium. There is an entrance there, big metal gates that opens up to an area that is like a park outside of Petco Park. It does hold several thousand people. So it could be a decent venue, but it is outside, which they tried before and that didn't work out. I mean, I guess it worked out okay. The wind was a factor. Trying to present is a factor, but that area does have a stage, or they'll build a stage. What's up, Walk the Grid? How are you now? Thanks for dropping by. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Yeah, they won't allow them on the stadium floor field itself. I did get to go there one time. Firefly had a viewing of Serenity, the movie, with Nathan Fillion and Alan Tudyk, and it was a surprise event. They sold tickets on one day, and the event was the next day during San Diego Comic-Con, and we went and sat on the field, and I was shocked they let us do that. Yeah, that area is interesting. That could be good. All right, so we got a couple things to talk about. One, while it's still fresh on the brain, I'm going to open these boxes. Then we're going to talk about the SEAPrise I have for everybody. I do have a couple things I need to open real quick. One is this bag I got from Peking. Peking sent me something. I didn't know I was getting anything from Peking, so I want to open that up real quick. I got a couple of drop pops that arrived, the NFT pops. What do we have here? Walk the Grid. We don't. We're not doing that here. Oh, it's the it's the McDonald's Disneyland 70. Is the Sully in here? I think it is. Yeah. Oh man, I gotta send a big thank you to Peking. I did not have this, and I wanted it. It's the Sully from the Disneyland 70 Happy Meals. Look at that beauty. I kind of actually dig the fact that they're like flat like that. They're 3D, but they're still kind of 2D. But I love the look. Look how happy little Sully is. That is so cool. I got to send a big thank you to Peking. That was super sweet. No, I didn't. I don't think they told me it was coming. Diet Sully. That's with an EY. With an EY. Diet Sully. That's fantastic. How sweet. Is that where the Walking Dead Escape was hosted? The Walking Dead Escape actually took place in the stadium on the concourse areas, not outside. I think parts of it went outside, but I don't believe it went into this park area. If you remember where MTV had their parties and Linkin Park played that year, it's there. I'm 99% sure. Then I got a box from Peter Corns, Universal Ghosts. Big Thrilljoy guy. He's on their board of fans or whatever they call it, which is a pretty cool thing that Thrilljoy is doing, getting feedback from fans and allowing them to help do promotions and whatnot. We go be Sully. Oh, I don't know. I have no idea what this is. He just said he was going to send me a surprise. It does say Thrilljoy on the outside of the box, and it says Samurai Jack on the outside. But I don't think that's what it is. Oh. Peter Corns nicely sent me. Oh, this is really cool. It's like fabric, a Universal Ghost sticker, but it's a material. You could probably put that on a hat, and a couple of stickers. Like he created, oh, from the Dreams party. This was from the party that they had. And then he sent me the Man at Arms. I'm a big He-Man fan. That is so cool. This is only the second Thrill Joy I have. I have a Batman that Tech gave me, and now Man at Arms. That's so cool. He got caught up in the Hollywood trends. That was really sweet. I don't think Peter's here. I'll send him a thanks as well. Okay, and then 2 boxes from Drop, aka Funko NFTs. And we won't spend too much time on these. I used to go through them and look at the value and all that stuff, but I don't really want to do that tonight. I'm just excited that more of them are in. Once again, spectacular shipping. They really nailed it. They worked really hard on it. And then, unfortunately, that program is no longer. Mostly because of, well, I'm not going to get into it. This should be Toy Story, I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah. God. Beautiful. There's Scud, which was the Ultra. Would have been LE 5,000 pieces, but thanks to changes in the program before it got shut down, they actually put the number of pops that were sent out on the sticker. It's a custom sticker that says 4,635, I believe. So it would have been 5,000 like all the previous years, but then they decided to actually put the number that were sent out. I love the gold foil on these. I don't know that we had gold on any others aside from this. And it's got some changes to the box showing the clouds from Andy's room. Really, really cool. I've always been a fan of the pet pops. I don't have a lot, but I've always liked them. So there was a single, and then I got these. Thrilljoy is doing Marty McFly, so think they finally got me. Says, yeah, that'll do it. If they make a Sully, I'm all over it. I think did I see that Funko made or is making another flocked Lotso? I think I saw that. They haven't done one of those since like 2013 SDCC. Yo, Tanner, what's up, baby? How are you, bud? You missed it. We've been talking NFTs and fun days and Thrilljoy and all kinds of stuff. Oh, no, Tanner, don't mess with me. Don't mess with my emotions, Smokey. Now we got Freddy Funko as Sid, numbered 1919. So I think that one could have been 2,500 if everybody had built royalty sets and turned them all in, but we all knew that that wasn't happening. A lot of the royalties, the actual number distributed is way lower than the sticker indicates. But what I loved about this is he's holding Buzz and Woody. This is just an absolutely amazing. Oh, you're talking about the Lotso. Specialty series up on Entertainment Earth for pre-order. Oh, that's amazing. I never could get the original one because that was an SDCC exclusive and goes for big bucks. But great box. Shows the NFT card on the back. You collected all the bits. This was one of the most brilliant things that Funko ever did. And unfortunately, like I was talking about earlier, was just totally misunderstood and talked about incorrectly, not trained on. But if you collected the set, you got a bonus pop. And it was absolutely my favorite thing I think that Funko ever did, aside from, Fun Days. So there's Freddy as Sid. I can't remember if I got multiple of these. I know the Toy Story line was a little tricky because it did sell out, and some of those cards went for big bucks. We got Pterodactyl. Oh, that's so cool. It's like the head swap off the doll. That's a legendary. I think that says 1631. Tanner said, I'll have to go back on the VOD and hear the discussions maybe while I'm in line to meet Charlie Cox. Oh, dope. Finally. You tried to do this before and it didn't work out, right? Oh, cool. You're going to get to go to MegaCon and go to the party. That's awesome, Tanner. That's awesome. And then I got another Freddy Funko Sid. So I did complete 2 of those. Very excited about these. I'm going to go ahead and put them right into some... By the way, if you guys don't have protectors in your life and you're still collecting Funko, help out my buddy Sean, Display Geek. Get over to his website and buy. He carries the Collector Protector brand, and these are my absolute favorite. They're really, really high quality. You can get sales on holiday weekends sometimes, or if you use code Sully at checkout, I believe you can still get 5 or 10% off. But these have really good corners. They're super sturdy. And I think I, on average, pay just a little over $1.25 a piece for them, something in that neighborhood. But I'll order a bundle at a time and get like 100, so that I have them for if I'm selling something on Whatnot or whatever. But all my NFT pops go in these. They're just absolutely gorgeous protectors. I've had some really crappy ones over the years. I had to go to eBay for Buzz and Pterodactyl, but got decent deals at auction. Nice job, Punked. You know, auctions are for buyers. Buy it now is for sellers. I'm glad that you either knew that or you listened to me over the years and you decided to do it. I've been looking at those Sully Topps Chrome cards. I've been hitting the auctions. If you got the time to invest, if you can remember to be there at the end to try and snipe some bids too, it's really helpful. These are awesome. I really like that gold foil on there. I really love the Ultra, or not the Ultra, but the stickers, the holofoil with the proper numbers on there. Yeah, Tanner, I was just thinking about you the other day. He said a third time's a charm. He had to cancel this con the last 2 times, Charlie and D'Onofrio. I can't wait for season 2 of the show coming back, Daredevil Born Again. I think it's going to be fantastic. I'm really excited to see if they'll finally put them in the MCU. I don't want to know if you've read anything online. At this point, I assume everything that I've seen by accident is not true. Because if it is, we're going to see every superhero in the entire universe on screen at some point, and that's just too much. I do like the jokes, the running jokes, like of who will return in Avengers Doomsday. I think those are funny. But I don't want to know anything about the movie before I go see it. I'll be there opening day. Oh, speaking of movies, I'm going to see Scream tomorrow. Anybody go see Scream 7 this weekend? I think these boxes are the best from the digital line. Maybe one of the best boxes Funko's ever done. I totally agree. Love the 30th anniversary. Love the clouds. Everything they put into this one, the actual characters, the pops themselves, they did such a great job, and it sold out. I mean, it's true. Even I have a small cameo, says Rain Ranger. Blink and you'll miss it. I've been trying to find some boxes of NFT pops that are not on the shelf, and I want to get more. So what I might do is just put one of each out and see if I can get at least my favorites to show. But I'm trying to create some area for my blocky stuff. I've got some things coming in from them. I'm trying to get this area set up over here for sports cards. I got a lot going on. I'm just a collector at heart. I love it. I'm never going to not love it. Digital, physical, all of it. I can't wait for Brand New Day. Hope Daredevil makes a camp. That'll be dope, Tanner. I agree. That, and I think I heard Punisher, but again, I'm not gonna believe it to be true till I see it. I really wish all this sharing of information and trailers. I saw a longer trailer for Hail Mary the other day. I'm like, I didn't want to know any of that. I wanted to go in and just enjoy the movie. I know Tanner reads like the ending before he even goes in. I love the surprise and the awe of a movie. I don't want to know about it before I go in. I really wish they would stop that stuff. Okay, let's talk SEAPrise. Now that Tanner's here, oh, no, kidding. I wanted to do something special for Seattle Emerald City Comic Con, right? I think over the years, I've done stickers. I've done a poster. Thanks to Priscilla, I was allowed a little pop-up at her booth, and I was able to sell that like Thor-inspired hoot that I did, that I created. And then recently, and I can't believe it, I let this go as long as I did. Recently, at the end of last year, when I was still working for myself only, before I had a regular job, I started a new series called Boarding Soon, if you guys remember that. And I made a couple of I think they're very cool, but basically like old-time airline tickets, you would have a boarding pass. And so I made these. Each one shows you, it's for a specific con. So in this one up in the corner said NU to SD. So that's for, in this case, for TwitchCon. It would also be similar for San Diego Comic-Con, but I haven't done a boarding pass for that yet. And then in the center is a sticker that actually is kiss cut, and you can peel off and you can put it wherever you want. I'm not going to peel that one off because somebody might want it. But there's the TwitchCon one there from last year, and there's the New York Comic-Con version one right there. This is what the boarding pass looked like. And so I was just traveling back from... Oh, thank you, Buzz King. This was 3D printed by a friend of ours. So I was just traveling back from a trip to New York again for Toy Fair, and I looked down at my luggage and I was like, holy moly, we've got cons coming up and I haven't designed a thing. So Sunday, I sat down and within 24 hours, I did the design, I submitted it for printing, and they are on their way to me now so I can get them to you. What is it I'm talking about? The new Emerald City Comic-Con inspired boarding soon, or the boarding pass as I call it, inspired by the art that they have on the website right now for Emerald City Comic-Con. That is a Kiss Cut sticker there in the center that has 2026 on there. I got the proper year. The Fable theme, exactly, Valor and Vellum. It's and it'll pair nicely with your mermaid. So that's a Kiss Cut sticker. It's got the dates on there, 5th through the 8th. It's got SEA for Seattle or SeaTac up there in the corner. QR code with my info on there, but this is limited edition, 100 pieces. Only 100 will be made. These are all premium vinyl. The final product size is 5 inches wide by 2 inches tall. I have actually been taking these and putting them on my luggage with the whole boarding pass, not just the sticker, because the entire thing is a sticker. It's just this is Kiss Cut to come off there. You can buy one to collect. You can use the stickers. You could buy one to rock, one to stock. But if you're interested in buying any at all, exclamation point boarding soon in the chat, which I'll type in, pre-order is up. What do you get? As you can see from this image right there, if you read or you're looking ahead, if you pre-order from me before Emerald City Comic-Con next week, you can get the sticker and 2 NFTs for $8. You will get the logo as an NFT, limited to however many people pre-order, so this could be very limited, and you'll get Hoot in the Emerald City Comic-Con inspired t-shirt. But that's only for pre-orders. If I go to the con next weekend, if I see you and you want one, you can still get the sticker, but you won't get the NFTs. For those of you who have been collecting and want to continue to collect, I'm not giving up on the platform on the NFTs, so... If you're interested, please sign up. You put in your information. I'll need your mailing info, all that. Then I will, thank you, Punked. Then I will send you an email. I'll start sending them out on Sunday with how you can pay me. You can pay me PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, whatever. You could bring cash to the con next weekend if you want. Whatever works for you. If you're not coming to the con, of course, I'll mail it to you. I'll mail them at my expense. I'll pay for the stamp. That's included in the $8. The only exception is if you live outside of the U.S., there'll be an extra $1. So for our friends that live wherever you live outside of the U.S., just an extra $1 gets it shipped to you. I'm still covering another near $1 in expenses to get it mailed to you. But that's $8 for the 5x2 sticker and 2 NFTs. So make sure you put your wax wallet in there when you fill out the form. Again, you're not paying me today. You're just putting in the pre-order. Thank you, Misty. Thank you, Priscilla. And I will, they sent me the tracking info today. They are on their way to me. I don't think I'll have them tomorrow, but I'll have them early next week. So this weekend, I'll prepare the envelopes for anybody that's purchased, get them ready. When they come in next week, just like these, they'll be hand numbered on the front. You can see that down there in the corner. That's number 69 out of 100. That was a total accident. But they'll be hand numbered on the front there in silver, just like these, so that if you started collecting, you can continue your boarding passes. Thank you, Linder. Appreciate you. Thank you, Punked. Appreciate everybody that supports me. I wanted to do something like this for Extra Life last year, but it didn't jive with the concept of we're going to something. I'd like to do it for Emerald City Comic-Con. I'd like to do it for San Diego Comic-Con. I'd like to do it for New York Comic-Con, stuff like that. I think if we're going to a convention, that makes sense. I may even do it for Washington State SummerCon this summer, because I usually go to that one, even though it's up here, and moderate panels and things like that. So I want to keep that going. I love this. The concept was so much fun to come up with, but I love the way it looks on my suitcase. Let me see if I can show you guys a picture when I have the two on there. I just thought it worked. Once I came up with the idea, I was like, I have to do this. I just think it's so fun. Can I look up suitcase on my... It worked. Do I only have the picture with the... Because I only have the picture with the New York Comic-Con one. Somewhere I have the TwitchCon one as well. But there it is on my... This is my, overhead carry-on bag. But you see it's a pretty big sticker on there. And I see people looking at these all the time through the airport. They're like wondering what that is. Absolutely, Allie. For sure. For sure. Padded envelope. Oh, yeah. To get yours to you more quickly, Nadu. For sure. We can work that out. Yeah. Comes with a little extra cost, but if you'd prefer to do that, we can do that. I couldn't believe I did not have that done in advance. I'm doing better at my organization skills over the last year. You guys be real proud of me if you saw me what I've been accomplishing with my new job. But I couldn't believe I let it get away from me. So Sunday I sat down and got to work, and there's a lot of detail in this sticker that I can make it bigger so you guys can see it. That I did in Procreate, drawn by hand. All this little extra stuff that's in between the letters, and there's like a pattern in the arch around the top and those buildings. All that was drawn by hand in Procreate. I really hope those details show up in the final print for the stickers. We'll see. Any questions? Let me know. I think most of you who have been here in the streams and been a part of it, you know how all this works. You got a pretty good idea. No questions? I think you guys know. Blues Boy said, why is the chat paused? Get out of here. Oh, no, that was earlier. And for some reason, the chat was paused. When do you think you'll send invoice? I'm going to start sending them Sunday. I'm going to start sending them on Sunday. Yep. This weekend, Kelly, I thought she was going to be going today, but we had the information wrong in our TripIt app. She flies out early tomorrow, and she's gone all day tomorrow through Monday. So I'll have this weekend to work on some projects and stuff that I can focus on. I'm not saying she distracts me from things, but I do love spending time with her when she's here. So yeah, I'm going to be working on getting the envelopes and everything ready for this, getting those emails set to be sent out, preparing for Emerald City. Our good friend Shep, who works for Gary V, reached out to me and said, and I think this is public information, that I hope it is, that a couple of the artists that work on the comic books for V-Friends are going to be at Emerald City Comic Con in Artist Alley. So I got to find my comic book binder, which I believe is down there on the bottom shelf, and see if any of I have any by those artists. I want to go get them to sign it while we're at Emerald City Comic Con. And I got to see what panels are going to be happening on Saturday. We're going to be there all day. So if you're coming out to Emerald City Comic Con, I should be Walking Miracle. Unless something changes, I plan on streaming next Friday in advance of Emerald City Comic Con. Yeah, we get up early on Saturday and go to the con and do the whole day. And then for those, we talked a little bit on Priscilla's stream the other day. If you're going to Emerald City Comic Con and you want to meet up, we're going to do like a little dinner or something. We got to figure that out this week. As always, we did not plan well in advance. Just not how we do. Kelly thought about it, and she mentioned it 2 weeks ago, which if I had really been on the ball like she was, we would have gotten it taken care of. But we'll figure it out. There's plenty of places to eat in Seattle. Maybe we'll end up at the same place we've gone the last couple of years. I'm with you, Priscilla. I understand. I totally understand. Geek Drifter Prime, 39 months. Thank you, Geek Drifter. What else? I'm going to China. Did I tell you guys? I didn't get to tell you guys officially. I got all my stuff turned in for my business visa this week, and I'm headed to China to go to the home office for Blockies, my new employer, and maybe even get to go to the factory and see where all this stuff is created. Very excited. Yeah, I get to go for a full week. But in order to do that, you can't just get on a plane and go to China. You have to have a business visa. Well, at least for what I'm doing. So I got to get that done. And that's quite the process. You guys, this is crazy. You have to have an invitation to go. I don't think I'll be able to, Nadu. Now, we'll see. I don't think I'll get to do a lot of touristy stuff. At least a couple of days will be all business stuff, meetings and whatever. But in order to even go, you have to have an invitation. Then you have to get your passport has to be stamped with a visa permitting you into the country, which means today, and this is like one of the scariest damn things I've ever had to do. I had to fill out this huge form. I had to send scans of my passport, my driver's license, and I had to send my physical passport in the mail to this company to get my visa approved. what world are we in that you got to send your passport in the mail? They tell you to, like, all your life, hold on to that. Don't lose it. That's how you get around the world. Don't lose that. Oh, by the way, just send it to us in the mail. What? Misty, maybe I can. I haven't booked the airfare yet. That's going to be the first thing I do next week for work, or maybe even this weekend. I started doing some initial looks. It's a minimum $1,200 ticket. And some, I was looking at, go up to $9,000, not even first class. So I definitely have to get on it and get it booked. But I have to go one day later than all my coworkers because, of course, they want me to go out on the day of Macy's performance that she's been preparing for forever. So I'm going to go out the next day. I'll still make it to all of our meetings and stuff. So I'll already be a day later than everybody else. So maybe I'll come back a day later. But like when we go there, I'll leave here on a, let's say, Sunday. I arrive, it's a 17 or 18 hour flight. I arrive because of the time change the next day late in the evening. Even if I leave in the morning because of the time change. Coming back, I'll basically make up a day. Oh, man, right, Priscilla? Oh, yeah, different. You had even a different set of boxes to check. Man, they will heavily monitor your actions, I'm sure. I'm not going to do anything that's going to jeopardize or get me in trouble. There's no way. I'll take photos for sure. Work stuff, I probably won't be able to. We're going to be able to see some products and stuff that are coming that I won't be allowed to talk about. I would never break that trust with my company. But as far as like going around the city and checking things out, I definitely want to pop into a couple stores. I'm really looking forward to the food. I've been watching travel blogs for years about all the cool places to go to China. I don't know if any of you guys watch Nate and Kara. Wonderful YouTube channel. They just got back and did a whole video series on some of the most amazing foods they had, and they would eat like a king, and the total bill would be like $7. It's crazy. Savage says, yeah, getting a visa is scary when you got to send your passport, and when you renew your passport, you got to send it in the mail. Isn't that nuts? Yeah, anything can happen. Even though I sent it FedEx, tracked, that whole thing, anything can happen. It's so scary, and getting it replaced would be a pain. But if I get this visa, it's good for 10 years, which is really cool. Yeah, walking. I think they do. They waited until I was at Toy Fair and got to meet my boss and have a conversation with her, and they saw my work for a couple days. Then it came up. A lot of other people knew it well before that, but I've literally only been with the company for a short amount of time. Sipping dirty, yes. Let me get you the bathroom pass. I love that you asked. That's hilarious. Shanghai, Nadu. Shanghai to start with. I don't know if I'll be able or have time to go anywhere else. With it being my first trip and I'm alone, if I leave the work group, a little scary. I've never been over there before, and I would definitely love to go with my wife to tour around and see all those things. So maybe because I think this is an annual thing with the company, and assuming I make it, multiple years, maybe next year she can come with me and we can go early or stay a little late or something and tour around and do all that stuff together. Old joke in the military, leaving Okinawa, you can land in the U.S. before you left. Oh, really? That's crazy. PJs for the plane, be company. I'll dress comfortably, but I'm not gonna. I see people that show up at the airport look like they just rolled out of bed. That ain't me. That ain't for me. I told you guys this before, and it's something I actually think about every day. And there was a guy who was ex-CIA who said there are 3 things, I think it was 3, that you should do every single day of your life. 1, carry $100 US cash on you at all times. It's good pretty much anywhere in the world to get you out of a scenario or get you to somewhere when you need to get to somewhere. 2, keep a list of phone numbers on you at all times for your emergency contacts, family, etc. In case something happens, they can contact your family. And 3, wear shoes that lace up and stay on your feet in case you got to run. I don't live in fear, but I also like to plan. So I wear shoes that lace up. You're not going to catch me in any freaking Crocs. no, Miss Jessie Star, stop it. You know better. There's no way in hell I'm wearing Crocs. I don't know. No one's fun. Savage, I'm with you. Where's my wallet? I think I left it downstairs. Kelly made us these cards using really bright Post-it notes, like the pink Post-it notes. Made it the size of a card. We laminated it. It's in my wallet, and it says emergency number sticking up over everything else. So if something happens to me, somebody gets to my wallet, they know who to call. Shanghai was my second guest, says Priscilla. Shanghai and Shenzhen are where all our factories are. I wish I could share with you some stuff I learned about the factories, but I can't. Screen froze. Which days are you going? Well, I'm going for a week. Natty, I don't exactly want to share the dates with the world. Nothing against you, but others who are lurking probably don't need to know all my movements. Ruben Feldman knows Nate and Carrie, said they're basically crazy people, life goals. I live vicariously through their vlog. If you guys don't watch them, they're amazing. They, like 10 or 15 years ago, they decided to start traveling. They sold all their stuff and they just traveled for a few years, and they thought that it would eventually run out and then they'd have to come back to life. And they've managed to make it into a profitable YouTube channel. They now employ like 15 people. They get to go to the craziest places on the planet. They make great videos. I love watching their videos. Never would have known a thing about them if it weren't for Kelly. But absolutely, their channel is amazing. And they just got back from a trip to China where they went to this amazing city that's like on a cliff with trees and everything looks like it's 200, 300 years old. But in fact, it's all brand new. It's basically like a theme park for visitors to China, where they have all these amazing foods and stuff. I really want to go check that out, but I don't know if it's anywhere near where I'm going. I haven't done that research yet. You can never be too careful. Sounds like solid advice. I think it is. I think it really is. Tanner, Lightning McQueen Crocs give you +5 speed, though. Get out of here. Puma pants. Good reference, Ruben Feldman. A shout out to the strain. So you got 100 in your pocket right now, asking for in my wallet. I haven't left the house, but in my wallet, yeah. Right, Savage? Smart lady. I married a real smart one. Gibbets, such a funny name. That's probably the best thing that company's done. That is a fun name. That's marketable. Will you be able to cram some Chinese before the trip? Every day I'm like, today I'm starting Duolingo, and every day I put it off. I need to so bad. I know how to say shishye. That's thank you. That's about as much as I know. So I do have a translator app on my phone, but I am going to upgrade my phone. Kelly got me AirPods, the newest AirPods, and they now, if you have the newest iPhone, will do live translation. So I could wear those and listen, and it will tell me what people are saying. Now, I know there's a lot of English speakers, especially where we'll be going and within the company, but I also don't want to be a total dum-dum. I'd like to show some respect, and I think if I can listen and be able to respond even in simple terms, it would be great. Oh, Savage, you'll love it. Kara and Nate, they're wonderful. Walk the grid. Makes sense, world's flat. Why fly 18 hours one way? Just fly the other way to be a 1-hour trip. Oh, yeah, Savage, Brian is doing Japanese, and he sounds so good. Like, it'll say something the app will say something in Japanese, and he can mimic it perfectly, and he remembers a lot of it. This is your sign to start. I can bug you about it every week on stream. Yeah, let's do it, Walking Murray, let's do it. I'll pay $100 to see Sully run in Crocs across. It ain't happening. You could pay me $1,000. I'm not going to do it. Oh, wait, what's this that Ruben Feldman shared a link to? Is that the channel? Yeah, that's them. Check them out. So they do all the travel stuff, but also Nate, the guy, that's him there without any mustache or beard, but he rocks now a mustache all the time. He has been doing more and more crazy stuff, like running ultra marathons. He did this like 24-hour marathon thing. Like, he's doing some insane stuff. He's incredibly fit and in great shape, and he just keeps upping the ante and going crazier and crazier amidst all of their travel stuff. But here's the video. I'll have to mute it, of the trip to China that they took and these amazing places they went to. Where's that? This. I don't know what the name of the city. Oh, well, once we get past this ad, I don't know what the name of the city is. I got to go back to watch the video again to figure it out, or where it's at. It may be nowhere near where I'm going. But this area, you can see behind her, all these like shops and these stairs and all there's light and water features all over this area. But it looks like it's been around forever, but it in fact was recently built for millions and millions of dollars. But look at that. I have no idea what that tastes like, but I want to know. That looks so good. SDME, what's up? How are you now? Yeah, their channel is fantastic. They're funny. They're sweet people. I would love to meet them one day. We're always looking for them when we're out at the airport, just in case. I doubt they fly like they stay in the nice areas of the airport that we don't even get to go to. I was kidding about the PJs. Be comfy though. Sans those ugly. Oh, totally. I will probably wear sweatpants and tennis shoes. I do slide my tennis shoes off on the airplane. Fresh socks, freshly bathed. I'm not a gross person. Can we get a Duolingo hoot? Their mascot is an owl, isn't it? I think it is. That's so funny. It would be perfect. Tarjir and Puma next month. Less than a month away. Yep. Klingon. All right, Savage. I mean, that's going to be useful with all the cons. If you have a newer iPhone or Android, there's built-in translation into the camera app with AI. Yeah, so with the iPhone, I don't think you have to have the earbuds, but since I have them, the AirPods, I can wear them and hear in pretty much real time according to the videos I've watched. We'll find out if it's true or not. I wanted to upgrade my phone anyway, especially for the camera and stuff, but this will be a reason to upgrade before the trip. Sounds like a summer blockbuster movie, Sully running around in Crocs. Not a movie I want to watch. No, I don't jack with no neck pillows. I am a minimalist when it comes to travel, except for my backpack. But like my luggage, I usually, even if I'm going for 4, 5, 6 days, I don't check in anything. In fact, I learned a good hack is you take your carry-on luggage to the airport with everything you need in there, and then I have my backpack with my laptop and all that stuff, right? That's where I carry a little too much. But you take your bag, especially if I'm flying domestic Alaska. Get there, go to the gate. They inevitably are going to do that bull crap where they're like, our flight is exceptionally full today. We've booked every seat. We're going to need 26 people to check their luggage with us here at the counter. And at first I was like, no, because I'm going to give it to you and then you're going to freaking lose it. And then I'm going to get to the other end. I'm going to be pissed off. But there's a couple things. One, if you check it at the gate like that, they essentially take it straight down to the belly of the plane. There's no time for it to get lost. It doesn't go anywhere else. It goes right there. So you know it's on the right plane and that it's going with you. That's a plus. 2, at least Alaska offers this. I don't know if anybody else does. But if you're willing to go check your luggage to help them because of the full plane, they will then bump you up from boarding group D, E, or F to boarding group C. Which means now you have access to the overhead for sure. So I can go in, I get my iPad, my charging cables, and my headphones out, carry those in. Those go with me to the seat. The backpack goes up overhead, so I have all that room under the seat underneath me. And then when I get to the other end, I do have to go to baggage claim. That's the worst part of it. But I didn't pay to check the bag, and it went right to the belly of the plane, and it arrives with me on the other end. It's a pretty good deal. So I try to do that anytime I can. Oh, yeah, Linder? No. And if I'm going to another full-on country, like let's say for China, I wasn't able to get everything and I had to check a bag, I would probably carry some clothes and my daily stuff with me and then just have additional clothes in the bag that I would put in the bag that got checked. I wouldn't treat that as my only option. Not anymore. There's just too much shenanigans at the airport. Living Conundrum says there was a great story about a couple people who met at a con. Guy spoke English, woman spoke Cantonese, but they both spoke Klingon. That's how they talked at first, fell in love, and got married. I'd watch that movie. That's crazy. Had a friend go to Ireland, lost luggage to... Sally trying to pivot with neck pillows. We were making that summer block. No neck pillows. I don't want anything extra to... And Kelly always laughs at me when I say this. To keep up with. When I'm going out, if it's not cold enough for a real jacket, I'm not taking a freaking jacket because I will lose it. I don't want a neck pillow. I will lose it. I want everything to fit on one roller bag because I can put my backpack on there with that strap on the back and just cruise through the airport, have free hands for my phone and a beverage, a snack. I don't have to worry about keeping up with other things. I don't want it. I hated having to take a big coat to New York for Toy Fair. It was way too big. It was a great coat. Kelly got it for me because she knew I needed one for the trip. Surprised me with it. She didn't pay. It was a good deal, but I didn't want to keep up with it. I had to carry it into the booth every morning. It was in the back, taking up a bunch of space. On the airline was the worst because they didn't want us putting it in the overhead. So I'm supposed to put it on the filthy ground next to my feet. No, thank you. I don't want to put that on after it was on the filthy ground. Ben said neck pillows just remind me of the movie Up in the Air where George Clooney throws away Anne Kendrick's neck pillow. Yes, I have thought about that. Little flashes of that scene. Yeah, that would be a good movie about the couple that had to speak Klingon to get to know each other. That's pretty crazy. Is that... No, I can't ask that. I was going to ask Savage why she was learning Klingon, but no. All right. It's 6:40. I have not heard from my wife, but she will be home tonight. So originally, last week, I said, we'll stay up. I'll stay later. I'll play games. That's not going to happen because she's coming home and I get to spend a little time with her before she takes off. I might, however, stream some games tomorrow, but I want to see if what her sitch is. We got to play the box game. We got to give away a prize here on the stream. I base my entire flying life as an adult around George in that movie. I need to rewatch it. It's been a while. Yeah, well, she'll be home sometime tonight. Yes, indeed. I don't ever have to worry about that. We are very good at communicating with one another. If we're even going to be late or anything, which great peace of mind in any relationship is to be a good communicator. I let her know if I'm going to be anywhere for any extended period of time. When we travel, we always touch base once a day to make sure we're both doing well. Like, she's just a perfect partner. She's so good. Couldn't have asked for better. I got truly blessed. All right, let's play the box game. Let's get some stuff together here for the box game. We can continue to talk. I just got to pull the stuff together, right, Priscilla? You know how great she is. She is truly one of the kindest, sweetest people I have ever met as well. Very empathetic. Like when bad things happen to other people, I feel it too, but not as deeply as she does. I agree, Priscilla. I scored. It was well worth the wait. We always like to joke when I lived with her brother, Brian, he had a photo on his desk that was Kelly and him and their other brother, Jimmy. And I would go into his office and I'd always start off with, hey, what's the story with your sister? She's still dating that guy? Because she was dating this guy for a while I was patiently waiting. And he'd be like, yeah, but I don't think it's going to last. And I'd be like, I'll keep waiting. So I just kept waiting. And then eventually one day he's like, hey, guess what? I think it's over. I think they're done. And I'm like, oh, really? And ironically enough, it was right around this time of year because I found out about it, 3 years ago now? Yeah, 3 years ago. And he's like, you should definitely ask her out. Like within the next week, she and I chatted and she's like, hey, I think I want to go to Emerald City Comic-Con with you guys. Can you get a ticket? And I was like, oh yeah. She's like, can I hang out with y'all? I'm like, absolutely. We talked the whole day. Boston was there. Walked around the con, getting to know each other and talking. And then like within 2 days, I asked her out and we went on our first date like a week later. Yeah. And then we've been inseparable ever since. Our first date was like, just went on forever. No shenanigans. But we just didn't want to leave each other. Okay, I'm getting the prizes together for the box game. Let's see what we got to pull from here. Bhutan. I really needed to prep this stuff in advance. My desk is a mess again. It's gotten out of control. I'm sorry. There is the Nerd Unite prize pack. We got that. We got to get the Priscilla stuff together. Here. We've got the stickers. I'll show all this on camera momentarily, but we got to get it pulled together first. Ooh, let's put a pin in there. Let's put, I think last week somebody won, right? Somebody won the Priscilla stuff last. Yeah, Zach Bonifer did. That's right. Zach Bonifer, like his third win in the last 12 months, I think. Maybe fourth. Let's see. We got a pin in there. I got some Post-its still. No, that's a... What do I have any? I have so much stuff. Yeah, there's some Post-its. And, a pack of stickers. We'll put all those together for a prize. Then from me, where'd that pop go? We got this pop. And then we need the bitty pops. What is that? Oh, yeah, that's Spidey. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I got 5 prizes. So if you have not played before, if you've just been lurking, that is absolutely okay. You don't even have to say anything other than to buy your tickets to enter in just a minute. I will show you the prizes. I will tell you how to enter, all that good stuff. The one thing that you need to do if you're viewing, if you're watching, is to find out how many points you have. You didn't have to buy these points. Everybody gets points just for watching the stream. So you want to check your points, just like Linder just did. Type in exclamation point POINTS. Anybody who's been watching the stream for more than 5 minutes in total has points. You should check now, and that way you'll know what you're playing with there. 2 Fun Days sandwich pops arrived today. Did anyone need my second one, says Priscilla. Trying to give away a bad sandwich? All right, so here are the prizes. First up, I bought this myself. I found this at, I forget what store. It's a Joker Chase pop. That's the actual OG Chase sticker on there. This is a Suicide Squad, like anime style. Found this. The box was in good condition other than a little scratching on the plastic. It looks really good, but you get that Joker Chase pop if you win. We've also got a Bitty Pop set of Avatar Last Airbender. You can see what 3 of the Bitty Pops are. The 4th one is a mystery. We don't know which one it is. I haven't opened it. I don't know. Our 4th prize is a Nerds Unite prize pack. That's my brand. I made Nerds Unite. Started signing off on podcasts with it over a decade ago and still going strong using it. You get a Nerds Unite Batman inspired sticker. Sorry. You get a X-Men 97 inspired Nerds Unite sticker. You get a Nerds Unite pin. This was 3D printed by my friend Angus Maximus. You get a, Priscilla made these for me. These little Nerds Unite OG Avatar stickers. And a few patches that I picked up at TwitchCon. We've got the Twitch logo. We're streaming on Twitch right now. We got the bear. And we got the sunglasses. That's all in the Nerds Unite prize pack. Then we got the Priscilla prize pack. She is here, Valor and Vellum in the chat. Amazing artist and friend, lovely human being. She's got, first up, the Butts on Things and Sune collab. Love Brian, another wonderful human being. He makes Butts on Things. His art is fantastic. 10 years going strong. But they did that collab sticker sheet there. I think it's got 11 stickers on there. You're also going to get a set of her Post-it notes featuring Sune and Toratai and some nice little drawings there, little sketches. You're going to get this awesome, this was a TwitchCon exclusive, I believe, enamel pin. It's got Sune and the keyboard and the chat and all that stuff on there. That number is, I believe, 52 out of 90. I'm blind, don't trust me. And then a pack of stickers that somehow had gone to the bottom of the box. She makes these amazing stickers to sell at the cons, and she gave me a whole pack of stickers here, featuring some of her artwork, like the coffee cup. Oh, you can't see that. The printing's on this side. Like the little kitty cat. You got the Sune and the pizza box. You got here's a Sune and Toratai combo, but it's a bunch of stickers in that. And that is the Priscilla prize pack. So the stickers, the pen, the Post-its, and the collab sticker sheet. Last but not least, our 5th prize is the Deadpool Bitty Pop. If you are my winner and you get this one right here, I will show you a better view at the back there. If you can tell me successfully which one of these 3, 6, 12 Deadpools it is, and you're right, we'll open it. If you're right, you get all the prizes I showed. Nerds Unite prize pack, the Priscilla prize pack, the Joker pop, and the Bitty Pop set. You'll get it all. You know, I think I said in your stream the other day, I'm good. I forgot somebody just won, so maybe it is time for a refresh if you're willing. I could use a couple of things, I think. Thank you. Your generosity is amazing. Appreciate it. A re-PP. There you go. I'm going to set up the giveaway. I'm going to put Post-it notes. Write a Post-it note for each one of these prizes, and I'm going to put them in these boxes. I have 5 boxes. That's why there's 5 prizes. You guys are going to spend your points to buy raffle tickets, essentially, into this giveaway. So for 10 points or Sully Bucks, oh, that's awesome, Priscilla. That'd be great. For 10 points, also called Sully Bucks, you'll be able to buy 1 ticket. You can buy up to 150 tickets. That would be the maximum that anyone is allowed to buy. That way it keeps it a little more fair for everybody. I'm going to tell you how to enter in just a second. Again, this is why you need to know how many points you have. Again, points earned by watching the stream. I also give them away if I play games at the end of a stream, just for fun sometimes. If something crazy happens, I try to give them away regularly, but you earn them just by watching as well. Loyalty, giveaways. My giveaways are pretty easy. You don't have to pay anything at all. If you win, I'll ship it to you. One caveat, and Priscilla mentioned I think I've said this once or twice before, at least twice. The only caveat is you must have a U.S. delivery address for me. If you win, you can live anywhere in the world, from Australia to Hong Kong to Canada, the great distant country of Canada. But you must have a U.S. shipping address. In other words, I'll send it to a friend of yours and they'll send it to you. Or I'll send it to a reshipper, which you would need to establish, and then they will send to you. You can win and then decide if it's worth the effort and the time. It's up to you. Let me get this going. Starting right now, you have 7 minutes to buy your tickets. To buy your tickets, you will type in !enter or !ticket, followed by the number of tickets you would like. Remember to do your math. Each ticket will cost you 10 Sully Bucks. If you only have 150 points, the maximum number of tickets you could buy would be 15. So you'll need to do the math, and then I will put this on screen so that you guys can see that the tickets are being purchased. You'll see the list of names right up there growing as the tickets are bought. It doesn't do a very good job of refreshing in the top center, but your tickets are getting purchased. I'm now going to take the 5 boxes and make sure I have 5 Post-it notes. I'll show the prizes again in just a minute. At the end of 7 minutes, we'll close the ticket buying period and we'll run the random number generator, and it's going to pick one of you from. You could have 1 ticket, you could still win, but it'll pick one of you. You will then be my contestant. So if you buy tickets, don't decide to go on a long walk or do your daily number 2 or anything. Hang out here so you don't miss out, because if I call your name and you're not here, you got 2 minutes. If you're not here in the 2 minutes, you can't play the game. I got to pick somebody else. I will show the prizes again in just a minute. We got the Joker Chase. We got the Avatar Bitty Pops. We got the Nerd Unite prize pack. We got the Deadpool Bitty Pop. We need a new Post-it for the Priscilla Peepee. Daily? What am I, a machine? You're not? You're not a machine? You can live anywhere in the world, but you can't go poop right now. There's a shirt. My God. Priscilla has the best sense of humor. And it's the sneaky humor. Sometimes she'll say stuff, and I'll be like, wait a minute. She wasn't being... That sounded serious, but she was downright kidding. We need the Priscilla... PP. Okay. I'm going to load the boxes with the Post-its. I am not going to look to see what Post-it goes in what box. I don't want to know. But when it's your turn, if you're my winner, there might be some not shenanigans, definitely not shenanigans. There might be some dealings, some bargaining, something at some point. And it's best I don't know what box the prizes are in. So I just reach over here. I don't look at what the box number is. I load it up. I put it on the floor. Somehow I got my headphone cable stuck in that one. You can live anywhere in the world, but you can't go poop right now. So good. There you go. Savage got a ticket. The screen would have you believe only 7 people and 316 tickets, but if I do a quick refresh here, you won't lose your tickets if I refresh. If I do a quick refresh, where are my boxes? 20 people, 1,022 tickets. It only takes 1 to win. Oh, there's always shenanigans, just not when it comes to the box. There you go. I like that. That's another shirt. You can come or go as you please, but you just can't poop. I love it. Oh, my God. Okay, let's show the prizes one more time. You guys still have 3.5 minutes to buy your tickets. That was the perfect Perfect timing. All right, first prize, we've got a Joker Suicide Squad anime-styled chase pop from that Funko company. I bought that myself. We've got a Biddy Pop Avatar The Last Airbender set. Comes with 4 Biddy Pops, 3 you can see, 1 is a mystery. That almost rhymes, almost works. We've got a Priscilla prize pack, which features an awesome sticker sheet, an enamel pin that was a TwitchCon exclusive, I believe. A set of these lined post-it notes featuring Sune and some other characters, as well as, let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I love this. I love the koi fish. 7. There's another fish. 8 stickers. And the sushi, the California sushi. Love these. I mean, she has good deals on them at her booth, but that's approximately $500 in stickers. That's the Priscilla prize pack. You could win that. Then we got the Nerds Unite prize pack featuring stickers designed by me. There's a Batman-inspired Nerds Unite sticker, an X-Men 97 inspired sticker. This one was made by Priscilla. It's got my OG logo on there. You're going to get a Nerds Unite pin printed by Angus Maximus and 3 really cool patches. I still need to do something with the patches I kept. You get the Twitch logo, the sunglasses, and the bear. These would be great on a hat, I think, or like a bag, a cloth bag. And last but not least, we got the Deadpool Biddy Pop. If you win this one, I'll give you some time to look at the list of ones on the back. There are 12 possibilities. You'll tell me which one you think it is. I believe they're all 1 in 12 on this. I don't think there's any that are super rare. Nope, there's a gold one is 1 in 32. There's another one that's 1 in 6, so you'll have to look at those. But if you're right, when we open this, if you're right, you get all the prizes shown. The pop, the Biddy Pop set, the 2 prize packs, and the Deadpool. You'll get all that. That's the game. Those are the prizes. You guys are buying your tickets. You still have over 1 minute to buy tickets. Just over 1 minute. When it gets to 7 minutes on the clock, we will close it off, and I will pick a winner. All the booty, none of the shenanigans. Right, Savage? I think they're the coolest because I love having Post-its to keep notes on and stuff, but having them lined, just a nice extra, little bit of extra. I love them, and the fact that they got the little doodles down the side feels like your high school notebook. I don't know about y'all, but I did a large amount of doodling, an immense amount of doodling in high school and college. That's where the shout-outs began, really. I used to draw names in the margins a lot. Ooga, what's up? How are you, bud? Hope you're doing well. 20 seconds left to buy your tickets. Exclamation point enter followed by the number of tickets you like, or exclamation point ticket followed by the number of tickets you like. All right. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, Ooga. Closing the giveaway now. Falconer got 1 ticket right at the end. You can no longer enter the giveaway. Let's get the drum rolls going. I see a few right now. Let's get the drum rolls going. We're going to pick our winner in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And our winner is... No way! Zach Bonifer again. Back-to-back weeks. And without hesitation, he has the box number and the prize he's hoping to win. That is next level. Next level. I cannot believe this has only happened like maybe 3 or 4 times ever. Chuck's won back-to-back weeks. I'm pretty sure Miss Jessie Star won back-to-back weeks. Maybe Funko Lover 30. And now Zach Bonifer has won 2 weeks in a row. And I think this is like his 4th time in the last year. I said no shenanigans. And yet, here we are. Okay, Zach Bonifer said he wants box number 4. And he's hoping for the Nerds Unite PP. Let me get the boxes up here. Let me get this out of the way. I do not know what prizes are in what boxes. I do know the box 3 is what I would recommend. And once again, Zach Bonifer has not listened, but that's his choice. He wants to live like a crazy person. He can do that. All right, he said he wants box 4. There's box 4. We'll just grip it and rip it. Blues Boy, you are allowed. You'll have to see. I forgot who got the bathroom pass. Never came back. Never, not that I'm aware of. Never came back with a bathroom pass. So I don't know what you're gonna do. If without the pass, you can't go. We're gonna hold on to that. We're not gonna show you what's in box 4 yet. We're going to set it up here. Oh, wait, you got to be able to see it. John Nolan will keep an eye on it. There you go. Right next to John Nolan, there's Zach Bonifer's prize. Let's show you all the prizes he did not win now. How many did Zach Bonifer buy? 150? I can't see his name on the list. I think he said max. All right, here we go. First prize you did not win. You did not win the new Priscilla Peepee. That doesn't mean you can't get it still. You could still win the Deadpool, get it right, and get all the prizes. Let's go to box number 1. Another prize you did not win. Was Ruben Feldman one as well, or Miss Jessie Star? All right, another prize you did not win. Joker Chase. You still got the Nerd Unite PP. You've still got the Avatar Bitty Pop set, and you've still got the Deadpool for a chance to win it all. Let's see, these 2 boxes in the middle. I always think box 3 is where it's at. Let's go to box 2, another prize. I know it's been a minute, huh? Real Ben Feldman? Crazy. You only bought 2 tickets this time, so your odds go way down. Zach Bonifer had a 14% chance. The Avatar BB. Ooh, so he could get the Nerd Unite prize pack or the Deadpool. Either way, he could win the Nerd Unite prize pack still. 50-50 chance on which one he gets here. Box 3, I think he should have gone with. He thinks box 4. He wants the Nerd Unite prize pack. No deals this time because I think this works in his advantage, to possibly win it all. And I'd like to see him give it a shot. So box number 4 is the last prize you did not, or you did win. This is your prize you won. Nerds Unite PP. He called it correctly. Or did he? I mean, he gets what he wanted, but he doesn't get the chance at winning it all. If he'd gone with box 3, like I always suggest, he could have had the Deadpool BP and a chance to win it all. But he does get the prize he wanted. He gets the Nerd Unite prize pack. So he will get the pin, number like 12 out of 25, I believe. He'll get the stickers. So he gets the Batman inspired one. He gets the X-Men 97 inspired one. He gets the little original OG logo one. And he gets the patches to do with as he pleases, make a hat or an apron or whatever. No, believe it or not, Walking Miracle, they're all the same Post-its. I don't know why they decided to stick this time. I luckily, sadly, did not send Zach Bonifer's prize from last week. So this will all go in the same box when I finally do ship it. Maybe we'll wait and see if he gets a 3rd week in a row. Should we play like Monopoly? If somebody gets 3 weeks in a row, they have to send me prizes. Congratulations, Zach Bonifer. I can't believe 2 weeks in a row. That's crazy town. I should be streaming next Friday. And that'll be a chance to win another prize. And who knows? It would be great if next Friday, Allie or Chewy Hawk or Misty or one of y'all were here and won, and that could just bring you your prize on Saturday. You'll probably be busy. I didn't even say Priscilla because she'll be too busy, but I know, right, Zach Bonifer? A couple of times I've sat down to work on something like that and then got distracted. Believe it or not, I get distracted. I have more than several designs in Illustrator and Procreate where I started and never finished, including the Masters of the Universe one that I recently did. I had a half-finished one and started over because I didn't like where it was going. Reminder, there is a free NFT this week. It's celebrating 30 years of Pokemans. This is inspired by that. It is the Nerd Unite in the Pokemon-style lettering. So fill out the free NFT form, which might still be pinned. No, the box game is pinned right now. But you could type in !free NFT in the chat for a chance to, or you'll definitely get one of these if you have a Wax wallet. And then the SEAPrise tonight, SEAPrise. If you would like to pre-order one of my boarding passes, these are in transit right now to me. I will be shipping them next week. If you pre-order tonight, it's $8 for one of these passes. They're 5 inches wide by 2 inches tall. They have a Kiss Cut sticker in the center that says Nerd Unite that you can take off and do with as you please. LE100, limited edition, 100 pieces. These are matte finish, premium vinyl. They hold up really good indoor, outdoor, in the water, all that stuff. You will not be disappointed in the quality. I've had them on my luggage. It's gone through the airport and through all that stuff, and it's still holding up really well. But that's $8, and if you pre-order from me, you will also get the Hoot in the Emerald City Comic Con inspired shirt, as well as the Nerds Unite logo that is the sticker as an NFT. That's the only way to get it, is the pre-order on this. I won't be giving out the NFTs any other way. Right, Savage? Someday you might return to them. Misty said, sadly, Sully, flights and hotel are too expensive, especially since I started booking yesterday. Not come. Oh, what a bummer. But you will be able to play in the box game next week. I totally understand. Everything's gotten too nuts, out of control, costly. Just insane. Valorville, yes, I'll be in my cage, aka Artist Alley table. Well, I won't start the box game until after y'all have been, you'll be done, right? Oh, no, do you go till 7? Do you go till 7? I don't remember the time. I know, Miss Jizzy Star. I'll be on the lookout for him. Misty, I totally know how it goes. You know, one of the big problems with travel is, aside from the expense, is the booking it and knowing that if anything changes in your life and goes wrong, you are screwed out of all that money. I don't care what insurance you buy. There's a chance you might get your money back, but it's pretty slim. If you book airfare and then a week later you find out that something's going on, you don't want to miss a recital, or there's a doctor's appointment that you really have to get to, or there's a loved one in the hospital, whatever, there's no mercy from the airline. You are screwed. You're out all that money. With a hotel, you often can get a refund unless it's through one of those portals like SDCC, but it just makes it so daunting. And then I get like hives when I'm going to book a trip, because I have to be so careful. I'm like, oh, is that the right? I've had so many times where I've gone through the whole process and I go to complete it and then go, wait a minute, something looks off here. I don't think I did that right. Let me check my dates again. Let me check my times again. Is this the right year? Is this the right month? Like, it's just so unforgiving if you mess up. I get real stressed out by it. Do the box game at Priscilla's booth. What can go wrong? Well, I don't have a pass for Friday, so I could get arrested. That's what could go wrong. I just bought a one-day pass for Saturday. Plus, I'm working until 5, so the likelihood of me jumping in a car and getting down there and getting to her booth with enough time to go live and do it on Friday would be pretty slim. Pretty slim. Priscilla might kill Sully. I don't think she would ever threaten me with bodily harm, but I don't think I've ever done anything to deserve that. Not that I'm aware of. I don't think having the box, if I got permission, if I asked for permission, I think she would let me, but she's there to sell. It's business time. That's business, Priscilla. 7:08. Did we hear from Miss Kelly? You know what we haven't done in a long time? Let's do a Sully Bucks giveaway. I'll still give some before we raid out of here to somebody else, but I haven't done a Sully Bucks giveaway in a long time. Let me close this giveaway. 2020 was supposed to be my first ECCCCCC, and we know what happened. I still had to go just no ECCCCC. I think I remember seeing you. Did you go to HQ? I think I remember seeing you in Everett. Didn't I? Like on the street or something? Maybe not. Nothing sells more than a box game. Boston is okay, beautiful. We rated him last week, but we could rate again this week. Let's do another. Let's do a Sully Bucks giveaway. Not a box game giveaway. Let me back this up. Back it up. We haven't done this in a while. Past giveaways. Can I still duplicate? I can't duplicate a past giveaway like that. Not one that's more than a couple times old. All right, we'll call this a Sully Bucks giveaway. All right, so here's what we'll do. I'm going to let you guys enter. Everybody gets one entry. You don't have to spend any Sully Bucks to enter. And we'll pick some winners. We'll pick 3. And we haven't done this in a long time, but we'll pick 3. We'll look at your current total balance if your name is chosen. If it ends in a 5 or a 7, you'll get 500 Sully Bucks. 500 Sully Bucks. If it ends in a 6, you get 300 Sully Bucks. And if it ends in any other number, you get, let's call it 200 Sully Bucks tonight. So winner gets 200, 300, or 500 Sully bucks, depending on their current total balance. I so badly want to tell you guys something cool that I saw, but I'm not allowed to. I know it's a tease, but I'm just sitting here typing away and it's popping into my head. Like, tell them. I can't do it. The field goal, exactly, Conundrum. That middle. Everybody gets one ticket at 0 cost. And, you know, I haven't done this much in the past, but if you are a subscriber, you'll get 2 tickets. Is that right? Well, I'm going to check that it says you have a 2 times chance of winning. And let's see if that gives you 2 tickets. Darth Wacko! What's happening, brother? How are you now? I think this will give you 2 tickets. I could be wrong. Let's see how this works. Okay, we're going to start now. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes to get in. All you have to do is type in !enter or !ticket. Everybody gets 1 ticket, not multiples. Let's see what happens. It does not give you multiple tickets, so I don't know what that 2 times button does. Maybe you get 1 ticket, but when it goes to do the random number generator, it treats it like 2 tickets. I think that could be it. You can only enter once. You need only enter once. It won't do any harm if you enter twice. You need to only enter once. Darth Wacko says, I was in for a little bit earlier, but I had grand littles. I saw that as a totally different word. Come over, so I had to go. I was being very careful there. Savage says, yep, I went to Everett for Funko HQ. That was a great positive of the trip. I have not been back to HQ in probably 2 years. I want to go. I never did even see that new area that Mike built up at the front, so maybe it's been 3 now. I don't even know. But I see photos, and I'm always like, dang, I need to get back up there. But it's like an 1.5 to 2 hour drive, all said and done. That's just not exactly around the corner. I know. I'm sorry, Darth Wacko. I was just trying to be careful. Just never know. You never know with these people. By these people, I mean you. I hope you're doing well. I was just thinking about you the other day, and then you tagged my name in a post today. That was pretty funny. Oh yeah, Miss Jessie, that's funny. At dinner last night, Macy was saying that was her favorite, and that it's gone now. But I never saw the new. If I get back up there to visit Brian or something, I might pop over. It's pop over. Haha. All right, minute 45 in. Let's see how many people have got tickets. We're giving away Sully bucks. Everybody gets 1 ticket if you enter. And we're going to pick 3 winners. And depending on your current total balance, you could get 200, 300, or 500 Sully bucks. And in the rare case that all 3 people get 500 Sully bucks, I give everybody in the whole chat 500 Sully bucks additional. Exactly, Savage. You're picking up what I'm putting down. All right, Kelly has not left the salon yet. So we're going to finish this up here, and then I might sneak in a couple games of Rocket League with a chance to win some more Sully bucks. I miss HQ. When I worked there, one of my favorite things to do, especially on Fridays, I used to get all my work done on Fridays by like 3, 4 o'clock. Try to anyway. I'd pop on down. There, I did it again. And walk around, and inevitably I'd run into a handful of people that I knew that were locals that came in all the time, and it was just so much fun. But I would go down there at least once every 2 days to buy something. All right, Priscilla, have a great one. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate it. I can't wait to see you in a little over a week. Travel safe. If you need anything, please let me know. I don't plan on coming Thursday or Friday, but if you needed something, I could try to make it down there. Or we send Brian. Brian's not doing anything. See you IRL. I love it. All right, you guys got under 2 minutes to get your tickets. Okay, will do, Priscilla. Will do. The only bummer to not having tickets to all the days is I probably won't get some of Priscilla's exclusives. Totally accept that. I understand that. I could try to go on Thursday early, but I'd be cheating work. I by the time I got done and got home, it'd be lunchtime. And that's 3 hours, 4 hours of work that I should have done already. I can't do that. I'm still the new guy. Even though no one's going to ping me, I can't do that. Not that guy. I would have to take like a half day or something. And I don't need to. All right, 1 minute left to get your tickets. We're doing an old school Sully Bucks giveaway. 3 winners will get either 200, 300, or 500 Sully Bucks. Oh, I have all this stuff. We use another software that's similar to Teams. I don't know what Teams looks like these days, but honestly, the software we use is pretty cool. Some of the things it can do, linking to documents, and there's a spreadsheet that I have to follow with release dates for products. And it's a spreadsheet that like everybody in the company looks at. And I literally on like a Monday was in the spreadsheet going, man, people keep changing these dates, which means I have to go change this other spreadsheet for all the stuff I keep track of. And it's really kind of a pain. I wish I could just get a notification if somebody changed something in that column. And I said it to myself, but it was like they heard me, because 2 days later I get this thing that says, now send notifications to yourself if something changes in the spreadsheet. I'm like, what? Specific to that column. I get a ping in the system in a messenger that goes, something in that column changed. I'm like, that is crazy cool. Okay, we're closing it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's see how many tickets. Total of 23 tickets. We're going to pick 3 winners, and then we will go look at their current total balances and see how many points they have and how many points we need to award. Let's get a drum roll in the chat. Drum it up, chat. I did, Darth Wacko. Yeah, because Zach Bonifer won the box game 2 weeks. I may not have done any kind of notifications or anything in advance. That may be on me. All right, first winner is Sneakwin. Sneakwin, how the heck are you? Our second winner is Kiwi Loves Pizza. I'm writing them down because I won't remember otherwise. And our third winner is Living a Conundrum. I remember the rest of that. Okay, we will close the giveaway. We will go over to this other area. I want to make sure there's no shenanigans here. We will go to loyalty. We will go to... What do I got to go to? Leaderboard. We will search users, and first we will look up Sneakyun. Search. And we're looking for... Oh, points ends in 6. So Sneakyun will get 300 Sully Bucks. Let me just copy. Add points to Sneakyun. For some reason, it always puts an extra space at the beginning. 300 points. Bingo. Submitted. Successful. Okay. There we go. Sneakyun got 300 Sully Bucks. Now we want Kiwi Loves Pizza. Kiwi Loves Pizza currently at 11 points. While that's a fantastic number, it is not a 5, 6, or a 7, but you're still going to get 200 Sully Bucks. So that'll be nice in bringing up that total balance. And submit. Kiwi Loves Pizza, you can check your balance. You should have 211 or more. Hopefully it worked the way it's supposed to. And then we've got Living a Conundrum. Living Conundrum currently at 533. So no bonus points there. You still get the 200. Add points. Bingo. And then for some reason, it left the names in there. I want to double check and make sure. Let's check Kiwi Loves Pizza again. Yeah, it worked. Okay, beautiful. So there you go, gang. There's some extra Sully Bucks for you. If you guys are willing to wait around a little bit longer, I think I may play a couple of games here. Let me check the phone one more time. Oh. Nope. Kelly is just finishing work, so no games for me tonight. We're going to go have some dinner together. The timing was absolutely perfect. Let me see who's online. Not like the New Yorkers, not on the line. We will go to Twitch. Thank you, Red Ranger. I might stream some games tomorrow, so if you're around Darth Wacko in the evening, during the day I got stuff to do, and I'm gonna go see Scream 7. But in the evening, I might just very well fire up and just play some games. Let's see. We got Gato-san. We got Tigsta on. Winnie the Pooh is on. Looking to see if there's anybody that we have not rated in a while. I like to spread the love around. But honestly, yeah, let's just raid Oh My Gatos again. I know you guys love watching him. He's playing the finals. I always loved the look of this game, but I never got into playing it. Let's raid over to him. Wait, Nat Delos is on? Really? I got to chat with him, but I already decided that I was gonna raid over to. Let's see. Let's add points to everybody first. I'll give everybody 250. 250. And we'll raid over to Boston. You guys go have just a wonderful time. Don't forget to pre-order your boarding pass for Seattle, inspired by Emerald City Comic Con. Don't forget to get your free NFT. I know, right, Miss Jessie Star? It's a shame. Once I've made up my mind, it's just the mind is made. And we're going to raid over to Boston. So remember to wash your hands, check in on somebody you love, make sure they're doing okay. And above all else, most importantly, Nerds Unite. I will see you guys real soon, maybe even tomorrow.